All right, let's do a cheers to the Sobeys and Safer Liquid Beer for the podcast.
Be right again.
I love you guys.
Careful, that cake's hot.
It's the 6 o'clock check-in. Come on, let's go. It's the AM Nasty Big Hello.
It's not static AM radio.
It's the Play Alberta Nielson Show. Let's go. Everybody tune in, even my wife.
Mommy likes too.
And those Macromala intros are cutting like a knife. Hey, it's Mitch texting in, he's your dealer for life. Let's crack at 6 o'clock and login with some sirloin bites.
Very impressive. Taking a few years to put all this together.
It's not a one-year quest because it's so hard to get your hands on. At this stage of my life, I don't invest in green bananas. It's a lifetime quest. Just not sure if I'm going to be around long enough to see them ripen to be yellow. You can't party enough when you win that thing. It's a party machine. Party machine.
Girl, I can't understand it. Why you wanna hurt me?
That's why it's the Stanley Cup.
After all of the things I've done for you.
It's hard. It's hard.
I buy you champagne and roses, put diamonds on your finger. Diamonds on your finger. Still you hang out all night. What am I to do? My girl wants to party all the time.
6:06 on a Tuesday morning. What is up, Edmonton? It is kind of good to be back. Maybe I don't know. I'm excited to be back, but I'd rather still be sleeping, which is bizarre because I slept more in Mexico than I have in a year. I don't know.
You almost on your way to the breakfast buffet.
Oh God, wouldn't that be great right now? Yeah, I woke up yesterday. I looked at Tam. I said, "There's no breakfast buffet. What's going on here?" Just kidding. She was at work.
Happy Creed Tuesday.
Yeah, good to see you,
on a
man.
Creed Tuesday, and
It's good to
see
back.
you again.
Soothing sounds of Creed. Your mustache looks terrific, by the way. You shaved that in post-trip, eh?
Yeah, I did. Well, I didn't shave last week, so I wanted to clean it up a bit.
Oh, it looks really nice.
Yeah, no,
Jealousy
thank you.
Mustache.
I like your.
Yeah,
I mean, it is March.
Oh yeah. Oh, it is. Oh man, it is. My God, you're right.
Some pinstrap. Some pinstrap. Some pinstrap. The weirdest month is upon us. Charge. Charlie the Penguin. Chinstrap Penguin. Charlie the Penguin. Chinstrap Penguin. Charlie the Penguin. Chinstrap Penguin. I remember my first toy penguin. Hello. Oh, her name is. Hello. Oh, her name is Charlie the Chinstrap Penguin. Just because I'm a chinstrap penguin. Means Charlie. Chinstrap is an aphrodisiac. The chinstrap is an aphrodisiac. Confirm. Everything about it is perfect. There's good chinny and there's bad chinny.
Yeah.
I'm sure Ryan Rashad probably shaving in the hot tub as we speak.
There you go. Beautiful.
Charlie the Penguin, chin strap penguin. Charlie the Penguin, chin strap penguin. Charlie the Penguin, chin strap penguin. Sketchy animal mascot. Charlie the chin
Oh,
strap penguin.
Charlie
That's
the
our
chin
mascot.
strap penguin. He's over in the office, so go grab him here once we roll.
Thaw him out. Thaw him
Oh
out.
yeah, he's ready to roll. For those of you listening on 95.7 Cruise FM this morning, you probably you might not be aware of Charlie the Penguin, the chin strap penguin. Of course, the month of March with the Nielsen Show is the month of Chin Strap Awareness Month, and the stigma. There was one guy at the resort that we saw that was in full support of the
He
chin
lives
strap.
it.
It was
To hell-
beautiful.
to hell with the month.
It was beautiful.
That's his identity.
If it would have been so awkward, I think I would have gone up and asked for a picture with the guy. He was absolutely beautiful. It was brilliant. One of the best chin straps I've seen in years. I'm not even exaggerating. It was outstanding.
clean.
It was outstanding. Like that guy trimmed it up, then walked out the room. Right? Like it was fresh.
Yeah.
It was nice. So yes, Chin Strap Awareness Month is upon us. Pretty excited about that. Lots of good text messages already rolling in. Thank you very much for joining us. A conch for Hernan and Gager. Hopefully you enjoyed Hernan and Gager the last week. They are funny guys. I'm sure it was a highly entertaining show. And hopefully you check out EST if you're a radio listener. Hopefully you'll check out EST Afternoons every single day on TuneIn and iHeart and over on YouTube with the boys.
Should have had him on for another week.
Well, yeah, you know what? If you guys loved him so much,
What?
a couple of weeks. Why not? Trev, how are you doing, my man? I missed you.
I missed you too, boys.
Oh God, I miss you so much.
Yeah, look how tan you guys are.
Yeah, look at my
guys look
sweet
good.
pipes.
Whoa.
All my freckles came out.
Yeah, man.
All my freckles came out.
He also
now.
did 200 push-ups every morning
I'm a
on the
freckle
balcony.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you
They
look
were
good.
against the wall.
That's
But
okay.
if you were looking sideways, they looked
Yeah.
legitimate.
Standing
if
straight
you
up.
turn your
Those
head
still
like
count.
this.
Yeah, those still count. Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, no, you guys look good. It's good to have you guys back. Hernan and Gager, shout out to them. I gave them mad props yesterday. Big conch to those boys because, I mean, they absolutely crushed it.
They crushed it. Good.
Big shoes to fill.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
Yeah, they did their job. So lots of fun, lots of great discussion. The Oilers, they gave us lots to talk about, which was fun. But,
Yeah, I have a quick question for you on the others. Did Paul Coffey fix things defensively?
what do you think? I'm happy to see that Mitch is still intact.
I've been waiting all week to say that one.
baby.
That one stings a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
At least getting Conor Murphy 4 years after you originally wanted him.
They finally
helped
got
things.
their guy.
Yeah.
him.
Yeah. Stan Bowman trades for one defenseman that he knows. And if you love the way Stan Bowman evaluates players, should be a great pickup.
Josh Anderson next. Who says no?
Staff finally gets his wish.
Yeah.
It was, we missed you though. I
missed you too,
love
man.
seeing you shadow box this morning.
But without any
do it.
without any further ado, if you'd like to
What?
come up
Come
to
over
the
here,
stage.
Trev. I've got a little
Trevor,
present
we got
for
a
you
little
from
present.
Mexico, eh?
What? What's
Got a
this?
little something for you here.
It's a Lieutenant Eric special here for you, buddy.
Present.
It's wrapped in a classic Mexico
He was
brown
wrapped and then
paper
unwrapped
wrap.
and then wrapped again.
There you go. Open that up and tell the folks what LTE brought you back. And this is straight up Lieutenant Eric. I totally forgot about you. I'm not going to claim any of this.
The heck? Boys,
Yeah.
this is
You can't come back and see our boy empty-handed, right?
Oh no, I dropped enough pesos at that damn gift shop.
You did get sucked in pretty hard.
Yeah.
So pesos
It's like a midway
are
carnival.
interesting because I still don't understand how much they are.
I don't think anyone does.
Yeah, nobody knows. I don't even know if the people in Mexico we were dealing with understood pesos.
No,
I
they could
don't
say
have
whatever they
shots
want.
set
and
up.
I'd pay it.
Pretty much. It was just like, okay, sure.
Okay, here we go. I don't have the shot set up, my bad. But I'm just gonna open it here. Let's see. Hey!
What is it?
Let's go. It's a turtle. That says Cancun. Let's go.
Isn't
There
that
you
something?
go.
That is amazing.
And it's a
Aw.
stone.
Yes,
because you like-
absolutely.
You collect rocks.
I do collect rocks. This rocks.
Ah.
This absolutely rocks, man. And you know what? Turtles are my favorite animal. So look at that. I love turtles.
Did you know that when you got him the turtle?
I could have got a
I
giraffe.
think I could write a song about that.
There we go.
Turtles are my favorite animal.
Yes.
But it didn't take you long to get back on track.
Oh, That's so sweet. Thanks, boys. I appreciate that.
Well, we love you, buddy.
You can put him anywhere.
Yeah, I will.
You can put him on the desk, on the
You're gonna
monitor,
live with me now.
on your head.
You're going to live with me now, little turtle.
Yes, he is.
And I think if you look real
You're
close,
gonna live with me now. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of you. Because I love you. Oh, I love you, John. Oh, I love you, John.
probably even stenciling a little chin strap on that.
You probably could with just a little bit of paint.
Just a little bit.
Bet I could.
Just a little bit of paint. You show, there's a close up. You're not going to see on the radio. Describe it for the people on the radio, Trevor.
Well, it has 4 legs, 4 fins, I guess you would say. Legs.
Nobody knows what those are. What is it? A foot? I always sort of imagined it was a foot.
Yeah.
Slightly webbed fat foot.
Yep, and it's got a nice face with cute little eyes on both sides.
And tell them about the shell.
And the shell.
That's the moneymaker
is
there.
A nice shell. It's a beautiful shell. It's nice and smooth. It's polished, and it has Cancun written on it.
You could
They're
skip him
engraved
pretty
in it.
good, hey?
Oh, I could skip
Like
this
that
part.
thing would.
Yeah, I could.
Well,
skip
don't
it.
do that, though.
No, I won't ever. No, this is awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate this.
Oh, you're welcome.
Just some clarification on a turtle's foot. A turtle's foot is generally called a flipper if it is a sea turtle, or a webbed foot if it is a freshwater turtle.
I believe this is a sea turtle. That would make sense.
Okay. All right, so we got lots to get to. For those of you, people are already asking, hey, how was the resort? What did you think of the resort, buddy? It was.
What did they say? 5-star, right?
Yeah, well, I think it was a 5-star.
Yeah, I mean that it didn't fail.
I'm not taking any stars away.
The staff were great.
Jose.
The place was
Jose's our guy.
More to that.
Yeah,
Good, bad, and
what
ugly
a beauty!
coming up.
What a beauty!
Could have been all 3.
Yeah, he was amazing. He was awful, but he was amazing.
He was awful. He was amazing. And Chelsea, Expedia. I can't stress enough. If you're planning a trip like this,
she'll look after
which I think next year's is already in the.
I know people want another one.
Early stages.
We're on day 3 of this one, and people are like, "So what's next?
When's the next one?"
Yeah.
A trip like this, or a cruise, or whatever. She's the gal. She went the distance. She kept everybody in check, including myself. Which
I thought you were very well behaved.
Well,
Both of us were very well behaved.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not but no, it was a great trip. It's hard to just speak off the cuff about it because there was so much stuff, and everything seemed to almost run into one day. I mean, we blinked and it was gone. It was that
quick.
type of fun time. Nothing bad happened, which was great.
Yep.
Everybody had a good time, generally speaking, I think. So I if you could, a Mexican conch for Chelsea and Expedia, because that was just
a conch.
A conch.
Yeah, no, that was extremely well. We say it all the time, but if you want to plan a trip, Chelsea was great. I mean, it was nice having her there with us.
Yeah,
because she kind of didn't take any crap. Like she got things done that needed to get done.
Yeah.
So if you're going
behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah, if you're going on a trip, or you want to go on a trip, or you want to plan a trip, just fire Chelsea a text 780-970-4834, or give her a call 780-970-4834.
It was a breeze, much like the first couple of days.
It was a little breezy the first. I was loving it though. It was my wheelhouse.
Yeah. And it is nice to have a roommate, such as we've shared a room before.
Thanks,
this is the first time, but it was. I mean, it's the company you keep along the way, right?
It really is. That's the stories that are there and the memories that are made. And it was a lot of fun. So and a conch to everybody who came with us.
Yes,
we had I think it was 44 when it was all said and done on our first trip. We'll definitely do another one, and hopefully many of you can join in on the fun.
I was planning to open mouth kiss everyone goodbye at the airport, but it was a little, you just got the hell out of there.
Well, it was late when we got back. You did if there's one thing you didn't have time for, it was open mouth kissing 43 other people.
After spending that long in that plane with all that recycled air, those poor saps waiting for their checked bags, hey?
Yeah, Eric and I didn't check any bags. We were out of there.
Straight out of there.
See you later. All right, Nielson Show today and every day brought to you by our partners. Oh, I missed this.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Get a new Train furnace, 15% off any additional mechanical system done at the same time. Air conditioner, heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater. 15% off plus no interest for 2 years. That's 24 months. Visit weiss-johnson.com today. You can text us anytime. And it's been busy. We got a call. We got a trade to break down. We're getting to all of it. Text us in the Paris Jewelers inbox, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Visit them at parisjewelers.com. They're Canadian. They're family-owned. And one of your text messages will end up winning the Royal Pizza text of the day. You can order online at royalpizza.ca. And as of March 1st, 2 days ago, they have now, you'll love this one, the Spicy Vegetarian. Brand new, limited time only. Pizza's loaded with mushrooms, green peppers, red onions, green olives, jalapenos, and then drizzled with mango habanero sauce. It's perfectly fresh, bright, and flavorful, just in time for spring.
Sounds like a party.
It does. Not necessarily for me because I'm the meat guy, but I think this is kind of up your alley.
I'm not a vegetarian, but
no, but
thanks,
yeah, I mean,
I like
you,
the spice.
You
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it more than meat.
Hold the green olives, light on the mango sauce, and you got me.
Mango habanero give you a nice little kick.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And that's why it's called the Spicy Vegetarian,
that makes
baby.
sense, yes.
So when you do your next Royal Pizza order, check out the brand new, limited time only Spicy Vegetarian. It is now available.
Wife had actually 2 royal pies in the fridge for when I got back.
No, she didn't.
Shrimp and mushroom.
Come on.
Keeping with the seafood theme.
How
It was
much
great.
seafood did you eat?
Probably my body weight. Twice over.
Hey, Eric. The ocean called. They're running out of seafood. Because he ate so much.
Oh, yeah, Dusty?
Oh, what?
Well, the little grilled cheese slice store called, and they're running out of you.
They were pretty good little.
Hell,
It was
you-
like a bologna and cheese, grilled cheese for lunch. It was
Safe to say you found your groove down there when it came to the
man,
food,
the
which everybody
buffet.
was a little, you know. You
The
didn't
food
even
was
have-
awesome.
Yeah, you had a few tendies, but you really expanded your palate, I think.
Grumpy
on the-
Cat kept smuggling me tendies from wherever he was.
Yeah.
He just kept coming up and handing me things of tendies, and they were delicious. Anybody who had a tendy down there will confirm it.
I think he had so many.
But I got into some chicken and rice. I had some pasta.
you.
Had some slices of pizza. Had a bunch of burgers.
I haven't tried-
And how about the hot dog place? Should have seen the hot dogs.
Oh,
they
the
had down in
burgers and the
Mexico.
hot dogs, man. Mexico, I tell
It
you.
it was unbelievable. It was really good. I'm not kidding. If you go down to this resort, we were at Planet Hollywood. In between the 2 main pools, there's like a little silver trailer.
It's like the one
And they-
Ricky grew dope out of on Trailer Park
Yeah,
Boys.
pretty much the
It was
same
like the Airstream, you know?
Yeah. It was like an old fashioned. Anyway, they had these little hot dogs, and you could get quesadillas as well, but the hot dogs were unbelievable.
Swimming in cheese sauce.
Every day, go hit up a couple of those in the middle of the day. It was perfect. Perfect. So yeah, I guess they had all of our food needs
They
covered.
had pasta down there. Couldn't
You
believe
kept
it.
eating
Yeah.
that squid.
I tried putting one on your plate, and you
It was disgusting.
no, you
absolutely
weren't having
disgusting.
that. Yeah.
I didn't go to Mexico to eat seafood.
I didn't go to the sea to eat food from the sea.
Yeah. All right. So keep those text messages coming in. One of them will win the Royal Pizza text of the day. Let's lay this show out for you today. We're going to dive into your morning announcements right away. That'll obviously be the Conor Murphy trade as Stan Bowman brings in a right shot D-man. He is a rental. Second rounder in 2028 going the other way. Your thoughts on this deal, 780-218-9999. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. It is good to be back. And chime in the YouTube chat with your thoughts on the Murphy trade as well. Tales of the North coming up to set up the Oilers and the Senators. We're going to give you a good, bad, and ugly from the Mexico trip with myself and LTE. And then we've got Craig Button just after 7 o'clock today. Play Alberta Early Bird Bet of the Day for the Oilers and Sens tonight as well. Weekly confessions for Spectrum Rental. Fired up. It is trade deadline week. Have the Oilers already made their big move? I kind of feel probably, but we'll see.
This is just the appetizer.
We'll see. Oh, is it?
Stan's in the kitchen. He's got that big chef's hat on.
It'd be a hilarious look. I think he would look funny in general in a chef's hat.
If you were comparing Conor Murphy to a plate that you had from the buffet, what
question.
meal item would he be?
Alfredo pasta.
Okay,
Steady Eddie.
that's a thick meal.
Steady Eddie. It's not gonna move the needle for you a ton.
Yeah.
But you're gonna like it. Like I saw him yesterday described as something the Oilers don't have. A defenseman who defends. That's literally what people were saying.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll get into it. Kind of easy trivia. Your keyword for the Cruise Flyaway Ultimate Sports Weekend. That's coming up. We'll do that around 8:15 today. Then we'll get into 3 questions too many for the great staff over at Park Mazda. Greg Wyshynski just after 8:30 this morning. Orange and Blue breakfast to set up the Oilers and Sens as well. And then the wrap for William Huff. So we've got lots to get to as we work our way through the show today. The 6 o'clock hour, of course, brought to you by Ewell.
Ewell, your partner in power.
6 o'clock hour brought to you by Ewell, your power play specialist. They've got the gear you need for your next electrical project with 3 Edmonton area locations. You can order online anytime. Ewell.ca. Ewell, your Edmonton-based partner in power and source for all things electrical. All right, so the Edmonton Oilers get ahead of it a little bit and pull the trigger. Finally, after years and years of us saying, oh, future Edmonton Oiler, Conor Murphy, they actually go and get him.
We still call him future Edmonton Oiler.
Second time that Stan Bowman has traded for said player. He brought him to Chicago, and now he's bringing him to Edmonton. Spruce Grove Corey texted in this morning and says, my hope is Murphy plays so well in his first 2 games that he gets a 5-year, $6 million extension with a full no move. People are on fire early today. People are on fire early. Trev, your thoughts on the deal, man? What do you think? He's a right shot guy. He defends well. He's not going to provide much offense, but this is a team that has offense and cheats too much trying to create offense. So it's not like they need more offense from him, but what do you think of the move?
Yeah, it was surprising. That wasn't a player that especially this season. Like, I know in years prior that was a name for sure, but yeah, kind of a little bit off the radar. I did do some due diligence, and I always look at highlights. I want to see what this guy's about. So I believe it was actually the Blackhawks that posted. I think it was his 22-23 highlight reel. Or is it like what his highlights from that season?
Okay, it's only 3 years ago.
Yeah, and I've never seen a highlight package with less goals or less assists or anything in my entire life. So I'm like, okay, but I mean that's not why they're getting them, right? It consists of a lot of hits, a lot of block shots, and a lot of he was good with his stick, is what I got.
Like good stick placement.
Yeah, good stick placement.
Active stick guy.
Love it.
Yeah, so as the opposition is coming down, like he was getting in there with his stick. So that's what I saw from that. This is a player that's where there's kind of need, just a defensive minded. He's a big guy as well. And the consensus from Blackhawks Nation, Blackhawks fans is, man, like, this guy was a warrior for the team. He did everything he could for this team while they were going through it. They were certainly going through it the last few years. And he showed up every single game. And so when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, okay, that's great. And the big thing, though, is what Glue Guy had brought up on the Reed Wilkins show with Jay Milne yesterday was he currently leads, I believe, all defensemen in the NHL with penalty kill minutes. And he's extremely effective on the PK, and the Chicago Blackhawks happen to have the best PK in the league, if I'm not mistaken, as well. So, yeah, they're going to be able to use him. He's going to come in, and he's going to have a role for sure.
What say you? 780-218-9999. Paul from the Rock says, welcome back. His penalty kill stats are unreal. Exactly what we need. The playbook says... like you boys said, it's about 4 years too late, but I truly believe that he will really help out Darnell Nurse. I find that Nurse often takes the personality of his D partner, so hopefully this helps settle him down. Rick, don't you feel like he was brought in for Nurse, or do you think they play him with Wallman and Nurse plays with Embers?
It'll be interesting to see.
Because this just in, Wallman could use help as well.
Yeah, a few could use help. The Nurse thing is interesting. We've known all the people that have settled up next to him and how that's gone. So I like it. To echo what Trevor said, getting the half retained, all this stuff, the PK help. I like the deal. I think Tube sucks, and I'm going to quote him in the nasty chat. It's fine. I like the deal, and I think it doesn't leave them so hamstrung to stop making a move or two, but probably a move before Friday's deadline. So I like it. It's kind of the reshaping of the back end on the fly here, and I'm all for it. I love me some Conor Murphy.
I probably would have rather held on to my 2028 second rounder to trade one of the next 2 years when you're hoping that they're a Stanley Cup contender. I guess maybe I'll be the guy who sort of, like, is it a good pickup? It's a fine pickup. It's a fine pickup.
Fine, that's the
word. It's a fine pickup.
Fine.
He's something that they don't have. Is this the piece that makes you win the Stanley Cup? Because I don't view them as a team that's going to win the Stanley Cup this year. I said at the beginning of the year, down year. It has been a down year. They're fighting for they're kind of looking like a wild card team right now if they don't get their act together. hopefully, but I also have to say this, how pathetic is it that we have to be sitting here going, I hope Conor Murphy helps Darnell Nurse. Darnell Nurse makes over $9 million. He should be the guy who's helping other guys. He's not. It's a major issue. He's had a horrible year. It does not look good right now.
Still your 2026 second, the 2027, like you still have a few bullets in that chamber. I mean, I don't mind the pick.
But also, like, what else are you going to add? How else are you going to get something done? They had to work. They had to leap over hurdles just to fit this guy in the cap. Now they're like, no, they're going to go find a third line center.
That's the job. That's the job.
How are they going to go find a third line center before the deadline? I mean, they're going to have to get extremely creative once again, I guess.
Get out of the kitchen.
Let
the chef handle the meal.
I guess, is it possible that he signs an extension here if he fits in pretty well? I guess that's possible. But I don't. For this team right now, he's what they need, and it's a fine addition. I don't know if this is the team that I'm trading away a bunch of future draft picks for when you could have those draft picks to trade the next couple of years, when you're hoping the team is a hell of a lot better than 18th in the National Hockey League standings right now, which is where they're at. 18th.
Yeah, playoffs is Avalanche. If playoffs start today, is that kind of what the, or would it be the?
No, not yet, but close.
Not yet. We're close. We're on that.
Yeah, I think in like the grand scheme of things, I'm like, okay, you know, what they were able to get when I saw the trade, I was like, second for Conor Murphy, that's not bad. And then when I found out the retention, I was like, oh, okay, you know, that's okay.
It's not a horrible trade.
It's not. It isn't. But this doesn't change my perspective from looking at this team right now and in the future, where I would approach next year is the year. I still like looking at this, and I still think in hindsight next year, we're going to be looking back like, man, I wish I had a second, more assets to give out.
Mike, the Michigan fan, is in and says, Oilers trading for a defensive D-man. So you're saying it wasn't all Skinner's and Dustin Schwartz's fault?
Well, maybe another goalie move as well before Friday, hey? I jest.
You know what? No, but you jest. But I was watching That's Hockey last night, and they were asking the question.
With LeBron?
Yeah. No, not with LeBron. Oh. I was watching, it was on SportsCenter. It was a clip from That's Hockey with Mark Denis and Frankie Corrado. And Sarah Davies, the host, asked them, and this is obviously, it's probably scripted, but do the Oilers need to trade for another goalie before the deadline? I was just like, my God, what are we doing here?
It's a conversation outside the market, but that just goes to show where it's kind of at, right? The whole picture. People are talking, maybe not here, but elsewhere.
Well, we'll get into it with Craig Button. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999 is where you can get in. Conor Murphy should help this team. I mean, I'd be stunned if he doesn't. He provides a lot of what they don't have right now. Is it enough to move the needle and make them a legitimate cup contender once again? What say you? 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. If you're watching over on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. We're going to dive into all of it with Craig Button. I do believe Craig Button is a fan of this move. I might be wrong, but we'll see what Craig has to say about the addition of Conor Murphy. And would he play him with Nurse, or would he play him with Wallman? Trev, who'd you play him with?
Right now, probably Nurse.
If it's not Murphy with Nurse, then it's Emberson with Nurse.
But then yesterday, Bush was with Wallman. And so I don't know. I think Nurse right now needs the most help. So probably Nurse.
All right, you can chime in on that. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999.
Changing 100.
Troll is in and says they need to do all they can to move Nurse in the offseason. It's not happening, you guys. Like, stop. Like, it's not happening.
Core.
It's not happening. There's no chance of that happening. All right, we got Tales of the North coming up for the Oilers and the Sens. Good, bad, and ugly from the Mexico trip. But more on your thoughts of, what's next? What has to be next to the deadline? They've got Conor Murphy. What's next? Do you expect there to be something next? 780-218-9999. We'll get to more of your messages coming up as we work our way through the 6 o'clock hour. If you need a conch this morning, you can send that over as well, and we'll dish it out to whoever is required. So keep those coming in. If you're listening on 95.7, a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update with Pauline Higgins, then you're back with us. If you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or watching over on YouTube today, we do have a sports update for you, brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Are you ready to treat your feet? Visit them in store at 10707 184th Street on the West End or online at ParamountFlooring.ca.
Oilers acquiring defenseman Conor Murphy from the Blackhawks yesterday in exchange for a second-round selection in the 2028 draft. Chicago retaining 50% of Murphy's $4.4 million salary. Oilers also recalling forwards Josh Szymanski and Isaac Howard from Bakersfield. The trade deadline falling on Friday. Oilers back on the ice tonight. They'll host the Senators in one of 11 games around the league. Join Tom Gazzola. He'll get you set with the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows here on EST. Coverage begins at 6 o'clock. Action from last night. Detroit over Nashville 4-2. John Gibson leaving that game with an upper body injury. Columbus blowing a 4-goal lead in the third. They would win it in overtime, though, 5-4 over the Rangers. Leafs suffer their fourth straight loss, continuing to fade, dropping a shootout decision 3-2 to the Flyers. Stars have won 9 straight as they defeat Vancouver 6-1. The Canes' point streak snapped at 12 games. They drop a tight one in Seattle 2-1 to the Kraken. And the Avalanche doubling up the Kings 4-2. LA 1-5-1 in its past 7. DJ Smith dropping his debut as Kings head coach. Over to the Briar St. John's, Newfoundland, Cooey v. Cooey this morning as 3-0 Alberta take on the Northwest Territories. Cooey's Alberta rink will then play later this evening at 4 against undefeated Matt Dunstone of Manitoba. And the Raptors, they're back on the court tonight. They'll host the Knicks in one of 10 games in the NBA. Sports Update brought to you by Paramount Flooring. From custom homes to small renovations, Edmonton's top builders and contractors rely on Paramount Flooring. Our in-house team handles everything from selections to completion, keeping projects on track and on time. Visit our showroom 7 days a week or at ParamountFlooring.ca.
Somebody once told me that I had got to grow the facial hair that make me look fine. He was looking super cool, the ladies, man, how they drool at the shape of a U on his jawline. Well, you look amazing cause you just stopped shaving. The chicks line up so you're always dating. Doesn't make sense to have a full beard. You think it looks cool but it just looks weird. So much to do, so much to win. So grow it ear to ear around your chin. You'll never know if it will grow. So don't shave and just let it go. Hey now, grow a chin strap. Get that hair on your face. Hey now, grow a chin strap. Coolest dude in the place. And now that we are in March, let's all come together and celebrate Charge. It's a cool look, and as you get older, your chin stays warm and your life gets bolder. Hashtag Charge if you're on Twitter. Nelson had a chin strap in his wedding pictures. If you want, you shave it pretty thin. People use their eyes to be staring at your chin. My strap straight fire? How about yours? You're just so popular you never get bored. Hey now, grow a chin strap. Get that hair on your face. Hey now, grow a chin strap. Coolest dude in the place. And now that we are in March, let's all come together and celebrate Charge.
6:37 on the third day of Chin Strap Awareness Month. Happy Charge, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. It is the Nielson Show coming at you live from Popeye's Louisiana Kitchen studio this morning. 3-piece bone-in chicken. Just waiting for you. Just $8 over at all Popeye's locations. Craig Button coming up. Conor Murphy already acquired by the Oilers. Can they make another move that moves the needle enough for them to fall back into Stanley Cup contender category? What say you? 218-9999 is where you can get in. It is the Oilers and the Sens tonight. I would summarize it as a bit of a slow start for the Oilers post-Olympic break. Surprise, surprise. Slow starts is what this group has become known for, and kind of have one going right now. Ottawa fighting for their playoff lives. The Sens are an interesting team. I'm calling that game in Calgary with the Sens, so I've been doing a bit of Sens stuff. And there's a great debate right now in Ottawa on whether you, and we'll get into a little bit with Button. Like this, as for Ottawa, do you try to bring in a piece or two? Like, are you buying at the deadline, trying to push yourself into this playoff picture, or you move a piece or two out? And I think they're kind of torn on it right now.
They're one of the better teams outside the playoff picture.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah. It's
like, could the Sens make a move or two that push them into a strong final month? So we'll get into that a little bit with Craig Button as well. Questionable Scholar texts in. This is, let's get things straight. The Oilers are looking to build the Connor Syndicate. They call up Unger and Clattenburg. Anticipate an acquisition of 2 or more Connors to complete the Council of Connor. Maybe that's what they look to next, eh? We'll see if they can find that for you. 780-218-9999. Lots of good reaction. Changing 100, Trev. Let's hit that.
Changing
Let's
100.
blow through 200 before 7 o'clock. If we do, we'll play an Atif song. Just kidding. We don't have an Atif song, so there's that.
not yet.
But the Oilers do get the Sens tonight. So shall we dive into a little Tales of the North? Oh, I don't have my pen. That's all right. I'll go without it.
My pen.
Shall we do this, eh? I guess the boys didn't even have to think about doing it because they're on the road the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you going to say, Trev?
That would have been interesting. Hernan and Gager Tales.
You think they could have pulled it off?
Yeah.
I think they could have pulled it off. You know why? Because they're a good time.
Yes, they are.
They're a good time. They're eager beavers. I think that's great. Here we go. Oilers Sens tonight.
Who owns the North? Who owns the North? Show me!
Bring back Connor Brown!
You cowards! Tonight in the North, an invasion from the nation's capital. 'Tis being stole for Kate's crew, still wandering aimlessly through a very forgettable campaign. Reinforcements are on the way for Bowman's back end, as Stan gets his man, Conor Murphy. We hope to label him as Conor the Steady, he who defends, he who has only acquired because the same general manager had previously traded for him. A fan base down on their knees, praying he becomes a normalizer for Nurse, a denier of Darnell disruption. Too much to ask of he to be a Wallman whisperer? Could he become Tristan's ticket to Titletown, or an invigorator for Ingram? Many questions we have, but will Murphy the Mysterious provide the answers? These are the tales of the North, and may they be heard far and wide across this great land.
Bring in Connor Garland!
Bring in Conor Garland, indeed.
Only one in his from all the other Connors.
What?
He's a variation on a
This
Connor.
is ridiculous.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I got Conor Murphy, you know? All right, so what's next, everybody? It is trade deadline week. We're going to get fired up a little bit later on. And, get fired up for trade deadline week because it's always one of the most fun weeks around. And we'll have you covered all day long. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, just know that the best deadline day talk that you'll find the rest of the week is continuing on Edmonton Sports Talk all day from 6 in the morning until 6 at night. Download the free iHeartRadio app. Download the free TuneIn app. Just watch over on YouTube. Sub to the channel if you haven't already. We are over 14.1K, which means we're less than 900 away from hitting 15,000 YouTube subs as well. Hampton Steve texts in as the reaction to the Conor Murphy trade continues to flow in. I like the acquisition of Murphy, but it's a trade that should have never happened if Bowman didn't make a Chiarelli-esque Kulak and Skinner trade. I mean, you could have lived in a world where you had both of those guys. But they were very, very desperate I was talking to a former Oiler last night. I'm not going to say who. But I was talking to a former Oiler last night who basically, we're talking briefly, and he goes, they blew it with the Jari trade. And he's like, I wonder if they can get out of that somehow in the offseason and get a different look between the pipes. And I thought, my God, what's going on here? Like, that's not a...
blew it.
Yeah, that was his term.
Yeah.
They blew it with the Jari trade.
Well, and of course, Kulak now back in the conference with the Avs. Murphy is better and younger than Kulak, D-Rock says.
That's how D-Rock lays it out. I'm glad that there's a buzz for Conor Murphy right now. I think it's a blue line that is so desperate. We'd probably be happy with any addition to the back end.
Well, and he checks the boxes that are right now a little blank, right? I think we laid that out earlier. I mean, there's a lot of things that
he's a defenseman who attempts to play defense.
Yeah, and the PK and all those things. So
he can be a little rugged around the edges, which is something that they're somewhat lacking back there as well.
He's not a puck mover, hey? Like it's
but they have puck movers.
Exactly. So that's
right.
good.
Everybody loves puck movers.
A little salt with your pepper here.
What about puck stopper at the other end? And they're hoping that that's what he can become. Chuck Tastic says Wallman, Murphy, Stastny, Emberson, Nurse to the press box. Seriously, he's unplayable at this point. Addition by subtraction. I have zero time for that egregiously overpaid bum. That's Chuck Tastic. In 780-218-9999. Chuck Tastic is. Well, how nasty was it around here with Nurse last week, Trev?
Yeah, it got pretty nasty. It did.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it's warranted. Like, his play is.
Coffey was supposed to fix that.
I know, he was.
Wasn't that the whole.
Yeah. Before the show, we were kind of talking a little bit, just, man, how about last night? And I was like, man, like Darnell Nurse, like right now, he's not just a bad $9.25 million defenseman.
He's a bad defenseman.
He's just a bad defenseman. So it's not good. Not good. It can only go, but on the bright side, it can only get up. You can only go up from here.
It can only go up here. It can only get better.
We've hit rock bottom. Can't get any worse for Darnell.
Is this rock bottom for Darnell Nurse? Was last week rock bottom for Darnell Nurse?
I can't imagine it gets any worse.
You tell us. We were in Mexico.
Does it get worse?
I could play like this in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That could be rock bottom.
Yeah.
The Gourdfather says, we are desperate for a guy who will battle in front and penalty kill. Murphy, to me, at least appears as if he would battle, which is all I can really want. Here's hoping. Library Pat says, Connor Garland is the Will Fraser of Connors.
That's a great text.
KDK says, after going to 2 straight cup finals, isn't every regular season a forgettable one? Who cares about the regular season, honestly? I mean, they could be first in the division and cruising, and I think we'd probably remember this regular season. Now you have to sit there and go, like, I'll ask you this. You watch this team right now and go Stanley Cup contender.
No.
Where are you? Where are you people right now? 780-218-9999. Do you watch this team right now and think, man, this team, once it gets to the postseason, switch, boom, done?
Maybe a nightlight switch. Like I could see when you do have 97, and we've seen them before drag people into the fire with them. But the roster as a whole right now is not something that you're looking at against other teams, specifically in the West, that you could say, yeah, they're going to go in there and they're going to be just fine, and they'll be in another conference final. Maybe conference. We talked about the Pacific, but yeah, as of late, recency biased. I don't think you can just say that this team is a cup contender, as you could have years past.
They've lost more games than they've won this year. Not usually how you describe a cup contender. But what say you? 780-218-9999.
And I don't agree with CB Radio Guy, and he's been in a couple times this morning. Stop bringing up his money, you idiots. You're just fueling the other idiots' fire. The money is a big...
What do you mean, stop bringing up his money? What are you talking about?
Well, but it's... we're not... But it is an issue.
Let me lay
the
this
guy.
out
Like
there,
the-
CB Radio guy. Let me lay this out there for you. There's this thing in the National Hockey League called a salary cap.
Kind of important.
And when one player takes up more than he should on the salary cap, it hampers the team from getting other players with the money they should have to improve the team. So what are you talking about? Just ignore. What are you talking about?
You can't. I'm sorry. You'd laugh.
Take me back to Mexico. Take me back to Mexico right now. I'm not ready to get back into a ridiculous pair of Steelers inbox, but here we are. You realize how nice it was last week being disconnected from all this? I was just sitting back. Eric and I are laying in the bed in Mexico watching the one collapse on Twitter. And we're just watching it. They're just falling apart. And we were just laughing at each other, being like, so happy we don't have to deal with this tomorrow morning.
App closed.
Like, come on. Hang in there, everybody. Hang in there.
Welcome back, boys.
it's so great to be back. I can't wait till Bowman acquires a average bottom six forward that we all think is going to help them win the Stanley Cup on Friday, and everybody will be losing their minds. And then in 2 weeks, everybody will be bitching about everything again. Like, oh man, I gotta say, I missed our listeners. I did not miss Oilers overreaction. I really did, or like ridiculous takes.
Atif says Oilers Stanley Cup contenders are joking. This team might not even make the playoffs.
Hi, Atif.
Astute analysis there from Atif as well. Welcome back, Dusty, by the way. There.
Very good.
Hi, Atif. Raw Dog Reed says, Dusty a little grumpy after vacay?
Well,
no, I didn't miss this.
You don't understand.
I honestly, like, I love our job, but I didn't miss some of the ridiculous takes we have to deal with every single morning. Every single morning, it's the same thing. They win a game. What was it like after they had the big win when they hung 8? What was it? They're going to win the Stanley Cup. Defense is fixed. Wallman. Coffee solved Wallman. Was it like that?
You know what? It was surprising.
Probably was.
Surprisingly, like there was a few for sure, but it was more just like, okay, nice. Like, thankfully, they just won. But there wasn't as much as you would expect. Because I was like, I was expecting, lots, but no, it was just a pretty chill. Like, everyone was kind of, and I think, I don't know. I don't want to say that people are, they've come to the conclusion that this is just who this team is. But no, it was relatively calm after that win, surprisingly. It's the losses that have been bad.
D-Rock says, you guys are going to be shocked at what this trade does.
Well,
I hope so.
Sure.
I hope I'm coming in here and a month from now and going, looks like they finally found a Connor that will help him win the cup. Like, I hope that's what's happening.
Yeah.
Let's see. He hasn't even played a game for the team yet. Let's calm down. Let's see how it goes. Let's give it some time.
I don't think the acquisition of Conor Murphy is going to make them worse.
No, I mean, well, I also said I didn't think the Skinner trade would make them worse. And I'd argue that maybe it has.
I don't know if we said it'd make them better. It was a lateral thing. Like, yeah, and that's fallen below the thing. I think Murphy will be, but I don't.
They have to be better. I mean, they can't
I
possibly.
Don't see myself sitting here being shocked at how better.
That's the thing. Like, is Conor Murphy?
It'll be good. It'll be fine. Again, the word is fine. I think.
Does Conor Murphy, like, does he solve all their problems? If he solves all their problems, then I guess I will be shocked by what this trade does.
Sure.
The good news is they're scoring, which is nice.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
That's what they do.
But lots of goals after the break. It just can't seem to stop them. No one can. Did you guys tune in to, you guys watch all the games? Were you able to?
No. We watched one on a laptop, and I didn't feel the need to seek out and stream Oilers games on my vacation.
Watching them on Twitter is highly entertaining. I think that's,
and the Twitter scrolling is like
the best play-by-play.
It is amazing watching it on. It's amazing just following it on Twitter. It is hilarious, absolutely hilarious.
I'm relatively new to Twitter, but last week was something else with everything going on.
Oh yeah, it looked.
It was busy. Like, everyone was going at her.
Yeah. All right, let's do a good, bad, and ugly from Mexico, shall we, Rick? We got about 7 minutes here, and then Craig Button's going to join us. Let's put a final little touch on the Mexico trip here. What's your good from the Mexico? You're closing the inbox.
I'm going to close the Paris Jewelers inbox here for a second because I can't.
Look at this text from Winston Butterworth. Winston Butterworth's never texted. Well, he's texted in, but not as Winston Butterworth. I love this. If the others are a contender, haha. No, seriously, haha. They play with my emotions. It's like a yo-yo. Yes, it is like a yo-yo.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's like a yo-yo for sure. All right, what was your good from the Mexico trip, buddy?
It's hard to arrive on even my wife, and I called to my folks like, oh, you're live. I said, yes. But what did you like? Well, I don't know. It was all good. Okay. So day to day at a random Wednesday, I think we finally found out our kind of,
we got into a good
schedule.
groove.
Yeah, there was a good groove.
Yeah. We get up around 10.
Yeah.
We go for breakfast.
Yeah.
Then we come back to the room, chill for a bit.
And then we prepare for war.
Yeah, we put on so much sunscreen you never even see. It was crazy. Then we go hit up the pool because somebody usually had a cabana right by the pool. And we put about 2.5 to 3 hours into the pool.
Yeah.
Then we walk over to the beach.
Yeah.
Got in the ocean one day. We were right out there in there. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Hang out at the beach for a couple hours. Then hit the lazy river for about an hour, maybe, 6-7 laps.
And then time for rinse.
And then go back, have a shower, go for dinner.
Yeah.
Hit up the sports bar for karaoke night.
And maybe the disco.
And maybe the disco after too. The disco was okay.
So out of all that, I guess I'm going to go from something off that list there. It was day 1 or 2. I don't know. No, I think it was the first full day we had. And we started in the lazy river. And you guys must have did 16 laps?
The first, I was in the late.
I think it was all day.
4.5 hours I did.
Yeah, it was before the schedule kind of got baked into the whole thing.
It was wild.
I did maybe about 4 or 5, and then I couldn't.
You weren't floating. You were kind of like.
I know. I didn't want to be floating because it was cold, and I wanted to be in the water. So I got out and I went away on my own, and it was my first time down to the beach for the trip, and I sat in one of those wooden chairs, and I just sat, and I was the buzz was great.
Yeah.
And the sun, it wasn't like that 30 degree, so it was coming in and out of the clouds.
That was great.
And I was just sitting there, and what did it say? Toes in the sand, right?
Toes in the sand.
So that was the time for me that was like good, and I was alone. And no offense to everybody else on the trip, it was good, but it was one of those moments where I just kind of it was the time where I could breathe in really big through the nose and out through the mouth and just kind of relax. And that was when I kind of arrived. Another good, and you'll like this, Trev. I was spraying Dusty's back the sunscreen, and I put a little down his bum.
He did
because his crack
at the top of my butt crack.
Actually,
I got him good.
You want to see it? It's not tan at all. My good. I love the karaoke nights. You and I didn't sing.
We didn't need to.
There was 3 karaoke nights. A bunch of the Nasties were singing. A bunch of the other people that were singing. Everybody had a great time. Like they shut it down at 10:30. I'm like, keep this party going.
We got the "O Canada" chant.
It was good. It was a lot of fun. Yeah. So I love the karaoke nights. Shout out to the one guy, Jose, the one server. Jose was the cutest, kindest little guy, but he was only like a so-so server. Like at one time, I ordered a vodka Coke. He comes over. He goes, "Rum and Coke." I said, "No." I said, "I had a vodka Coke, Jose," and he goes, "Rum and Coke." I said, "Okay, I'll just drink the rum and Coke."
We said by the end we don't really think he actually works there, like on the.
Yeah, we think he just sort of popped in and like would hang out.
And they let him, and he's kind of there. And
I wanted to put him up on my shoulders, carry him around like a small child.
What was he dancing to? Cadillac Ranch.
He was trying to do the line dance to Cadillac Ranch with Big Uke and one of the Combine boys. And it was just so cute. So I loved Jose. What was your bad from the Mexico trip?
The one bad, I guess, and I know not a lot of people would agree, and I do kind of like how it turned out. But it was only later in the week when we had that full like high 20s, mainly sunny skies. I love the sun, and I got a pretty good tan. But I would have loved it if it was day 1 and it was just piping disgustingly hot.
Oh man!
And I know there's a few people that would agree on me. Maybe more so people that don't agree with that. But it didn't work out good. I mean, you were in your wheelhouse for the first couple of days, mid 20s,
nice. Yeah,
mid low 20s, a little bit of cloud, a little bit of wind. And then kind of heated up as the week went on. But the bad was, I guess, for me, I'd trade in those couple of days for another couple of 30 and mainly sunny. I'm not going to be, as I said, you can't complain. Like a cloudy, cool day in Mexico is better than a...
My bad... Well, Karaoke Dave, as he became known, There's this guy at karaoke. I don't know where he was from. I never really talked to him. But
I think he was a Yank.
He had his hat backwards. He thought he was Eminem, but he would only do modern day country. And then he eventually got the last night we were there, he was getting into it with Stab. He was a real prick.
Yeah.
So yeah, my bad was Karaoke Dave. That guy got on my nerves. And then ugly. What's your ugly? I got two uglies.
Well, I'm going to have to say it, and I think I said it on Reed's show, Reed Wilkins' show with Jason Milne here every day, 3 to 6, Monday to Friday. It was Big Uke and his one afternoon with me.
Yeah, he got Big Uke had a day. Very first day. He let's just say he went to bed around 4:30.
I found him in the line at the lounge bar talking to a man. He was talking to the man. The man was just listening. He wasn't talking back. And we had to find his room, and he had the number, and he kept leading me into buildings that didn't have the number, and we were going up and down elevators and around, and then he took a spill. But it could have been uglier.
Could have been worse.
All he did was hurt his knee, and I couldn't help but laugh. And Big Uke, like you were a beauty, but he was doing the
full-blown Peter Griffin.
You poor bastard. So, yeah, I mean, that's the only... I found that fish head I was going to put on your pillow, which I didn't.
Yeah, that would have been scary.
That would have been ugly.
I wouldn't like that.
But yeah, other than that.
I got two uglies. One, my phone breaking on day 2. Smashed. I'm still trying to use it. I got to figure what I'm going to do, but it is smashed. The top part of the screen looks like color tones when CBC would go off the air when we were kids.
And it was on the court.
And it was on the basketball court. I took it out, put it off to the side, and then Riley airballed a shot, and it landed right on my phone and smashed it. So that was ugly. And then my other ugly is just, the ocean is just too salty, man. It's just too salty. Like, the ocean's a great idea. Don't get me wrong. But it was way too salty. When we were in there, I was like, oh my God, this is disgusting.
It's good on the joints and ligaments.
I can see why if you're stranded like in the middle of the ocean, you shouldn't drink that water.
But you didn't get a jelly.
I didn't get bit by a jellyfish. And there was a jellyfish warning sign.
Really? How far did you guys go out? Like,
I don't know.
To, like, the knees?
No. Like chest level.
Actually?
Shoulders. The waist or something. You couldn't really get past that point.
Was there anyone really far out that you're like, look?
Well, one guy. Remember, we were on the beach one day and I saw a guy swimming out there. Said, somebody's got to help that guy.
One guy tried it, and then the lifeguard blew the whistle.
Oh, okay.
Because it was choppy water, but
that always fascinates.
And Cabana Mark went out. He went out kind of.
Did he go on
quite a ways too?
He went golfing too, didn't he?
No, that was Bruce. That was Bruce. Yeah,
the Brucer.
We didn't leave the resort. I was very scared when we were landing. So I get my phone going once we land. I got like 20 texts from people who are like, "Oh my God, did you make it to Mexico? Are you okay?"
You were saying your final goodbyes to the family. And
yeah, I was just like, "Well, nice knowing you." Luckily, Cancun's run by a different cartel, and it was a beautiful time over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
that bus ride to every bike that passed by you.
Well, every time we stopped, Rick sitting next to me goes, "Oh." Check stop. I was like, oh my God. And then there was bikes. Even on the way back yesterday, I saw a car. Remember that sketchy car?
Yeah.
Sketchy car parked by a corner store, like right around, sort of blocking 3 dudes. And the car already looked like it had been set on fire. And I looked at Rick and I was like, what do you think those guys are waiting for? They're probably cartel guys.
Yeah, your look at the town during the daylight hours was...
I did not want to. I almost rode the whole bus back with my eyes closed. Because we got there at night, it was dark. Yeah. Going funny. Back, I was like, I said, is this what all of Cancun looks like? But there were nicer parts of it. Anyways, it was a lot of fun. Once again, a conch for everybody on the trip. It was a good time. But let's get back to the Conor Murphy deal. Craig Button's going to join us coming up. 6 o'clock hour has been brought to you by our partners over at Ewell. We've got Craig Button coming up. We got weekly confessions coming up. We got fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. It is trade deadline week. We're going to get into that. Who are your sexy acquisitions? What say you? 780-218-9999. We will get into that as well. Plus your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day still to come. If you're listening on 95.7 Cruise FM, a couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update with Pauline Higgins. Then you're back with us, Craig Button, on the Murphy acquisition and how much could he help Darnell Nurse if he is playing with Darnell Nurse. We'll get into, and should he play with Darnell Nurse? We'll get into that with Craig Button coming up. Sports Update is brought to you by Expedia Cruises. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations or lazy rivers or chicken. I had a chicken tendy in the ocean. It was awesome.
Saltiest one you've ever had.
Yeah, no, yeah. But I had a tendy in the ocean, man. I don't think I'll ever have a better tendy. Like, that's peak tendy right there. Anyway, give Chelsea a call or a text at Expedia Cruises Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. 780-970-4834. Here's the update.
Oilers acquiring defenseman Conor Murphy from the Blackhawks yesterday in exchange for a second-round selection in the 2028 draft. Chicago retaining 50% of Murphy's $4.4 million salary. All Oilers also recalling forwards Josh Szymanski and Isaac Howard from Bakersfield ahead of Friday's trade deadline. Oilers host the Senators tonight, one of 11 games. You can join Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows here on EST. Coverage starts at 6 o'clock. Action from last night, Avalanche doubling up the Kings 4-2, LA 1-5-1 in its past 7 as DJ Smith drops his debut as Kings head coach. Seattle over Carolina 2-1. Kane's point streak snapped at 12 games. Stars have now won 9 straight. All over Vancouver 6-1 your final there. Leafs continue to fade. They dropped their 4th in a row in a shootout 3-2 to the Philadelphia Flyers. Columbus would blow a 4-goal lead in the third, but win in overtime 5-4 against the Rangers, and Detroit doubling up Nashville 4-2. Action continues from St. John's, Newfoundland, and the Brier. Cooey v. Cooey this morning as 3-0 Alberta take on the Northwest Territories. Cooey's Alberta rink will also take part in the evening draw at 4 o'clock against Manitoba's Matt Dunstone. And the Raptors are back on the court tonight. They will welcome in the New York Knicks in one of 10 games in the NBA. Whether you're dreaming of crystal clear waters or exotic destinations, contact Chelsea LaBelle at Expedia Cruises Northeast Edmonton to start planning your next cruise or vacation destination. Call 780-970-4834.
It is the Nielson Show, brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Live on 95.7 Cruise FM, live on YouTube today. Hammer the thumbs up with us over there. And of course, we are on iHeart. We are on TuneIn. There's so many ways that you can consume everything that we're throwing out there. And the trade talk will continue all day long at EdmontonSportsTalk.com, on YouTube, on TuneIn, and on iHeart. So if you've not yet started to download those free ways to listen to us all day long, you were missing out because it's a pretty good time. All right, second hour of the show brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed to visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. We do have your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day coming up around 7:25. Weekly confessions for Spectrum Rental. Fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. That is all on the way this morning. Edmonton Oilers pulling the trigger on a deal for Conor Murphy. That went down yesterday, a second rounder in 2028 going the other way. Chicago retains 50% on Murphy. He's a UFA at the end of the year, so the Oilers will have a chance to take him for a test drive. And Craig Button's going to discuss this with us. He is our GS Construction hockey insider. For more than 5 decades, GS has been proud to serve our communities. And once again, they are hiring now. GS is looking for experienced top men, pipe layers, and operators. Visit gsconstruction.ca. Click on careers and find out more. He joins us on the Firehouse Subs hotline this morning. Mr. Button, happy Tuesday. How are you, sir? Oh, we can't hear him. Just a sec. Hang on.
He's just swearing a lot.
Let's see. We'll get him. He's there. We have him. Did you have him earlier? Yeah. All right. Well, maybe Craig reconnect one more time. He see. Because we did have him, and we're going to get his thoughts on this deal. I do believe he's actually a big fan of this trade for Conor Murphy, and we'll find out if he thinks they should play him with Darnell Nurse or they should play him with Wallman.
So more than fine. Like he's actually
more than fine. Yeah, I think Craig's actually a big fan of the move.
Okay,
so we'll get his insight on it as we work our way through the segment, and we'll try one more time to get on the video. If not, we'll hop him on the phone today. I definitely want to hear what he has to say about what could be next for the Edmonton Oilers as well. That's a big one, right? This is a move that should solidify one more pair on the back end, should help the penalty kill as well. But is there more to come here for the Edmonton Oilers? Some people believe there will be, others don't.
Some people believe a lot. Like this is just the beginning of and how creative can the management team get?
Well, I think that's the key word.
Or how creative do you want them to get? You brought up earlier, is this may not be the.
Well, it's the whole. Is this the team?
And we talked about it. We talked about this before puck drop on game 1, that this may not be the team this year.
Yeah. So is this the team, or do you have to? It's Connor McDavid. You only got him for 2 years plus the rest of this year for now.
I think it's.
You always kind of have to go.
Well, you have to be. You have to be trending in the right direction, I guess, but it's necessarily going all in.
What were your thoughts on the deal, Conor Murphy, for a second? Conor Murphy has been linked to the Oilers for years now. He's also been available at pretty much every deadline for the last 5 years. It's always, you look at a trade bait board, and it's, Conor Murphy's there. Oh, there's Conor Murphy. Oh, that's where Conor Murphy is right now. The Oilers managed to get their hands on him this time around. Apparently, there was 5 or 6 teams that were interested, and the Blackhawks said the first team to give me a second-round pick gets him. And the Oilers were like, boom, we'll do it. So I don't know if other teams are willing to go with a second, but the Edmonton Oilers were. They'll bring him in on a right side. Bouchard has already kind of activated playoff Bouch. Like for the last 30 games, Evan Bouchard has been pretty darn good.
Some would say better than McCarr.
I saw a lot of that circulating around. So you got Bouchard on the right side. You throw Conor Murphy on the right side behind him, and then you're looking at Emberson there as well. And when it's all said and done, Stastny, likely the odd man out. It does start to slot guys in a little bit better of where they belong. I'll be very interested to see if they go Nurse, Emberson, and Wallman with Murphy. And obviously they're going to play him a ton on the penalty kill. And that's something that they certainly need as well. Double A says, just tuned in. Where's Charlie the Chinstrap Penguin? Oh, he's over in the office. We'll get Charlie on here. We'll get Charlie on momentarily.
The giant ice cube.
Well, I know some people play the Charge Anthem. Damn it, we already did at 6:30. We'll do it again at 7:30 today. We got your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day as well. Pickles texts in and says, does the Murphy acquisition mean Darnell can play on the fourth pairing of defense? Then that's a great deal. Well, let's find out. Let's try Craig one more time. If it doesn't work, we'll just call him. Let's bring him. Oh, I think we got him. Craig, there you are. What's up, man?
Hey, do you have me? Can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, we got you. We can hear you. It's glorious.
Okay, I could hear you before. How was Mexico?
It was relaxing, man. It was really nice. It was really nice to just sort of chill for a week. It was good.
Oh, that was nice. How was the travel on Gold Medal Sunday?
Our flight ended up getting delayed by 4.5 hours. So we watched the game. Then we sat there at the airport and drank our sorrows away for another 3.5 hours.
That's the way it should be. You don't want to miss the game, and you want to either celebrate or drink your sorrows away. I mean, that seems like a good day. And then you land in some place that's warm and sunny. I don't think that's the only thing you just didn't get to celebrate like the rest of us.
Yeah, I tell you, I totally forgot about being at the airport at the beginning of the trip for that game. What a buzzkill. We haven't really talked about that yet. That was at least for us, we're like, the whole nation was pissed, but at least we got, like Craig said, at least we got to get on a plane and go to Mexico for a week. So that was okay. And we didn't miss the end of the game. Mind you, wouldn't have mind missing the end of that game because that pissed me off. But anyway, all right. So the Oilers, not a great start coming out of the Olympic break, giving up quite a few goals. They go and pull the trigger on a deal yesterday. They bring in Conor Murphy. It's a second-round pick in 2028 going to the Chicago Blackhawks. Hawks are going to retain 50%. He's a UFA at the end of the year. Craig, is this a deal that you really like?
Yeah, it is. It's a deal I really like. Conor Murphy's a really solid player, and he's a stable, steady player. The exact type of player that Darnell Nurse needs. Listen, I've been on record. Jake Wallman cannot play the offside. He doesn't help Darnell Nurse. So bottom line is Darnell Nurse, when he's at his best, has a stabilizer around him. I think Conor Murphy is exactly that. And I think Jake Wallman can play left side on the bottom pair. And, there might be times when, you load up Darnell and to do some penalty killing and Jake can slide in with Conor. Conor will help Jake too if he's got to play with him. But the Darnell Nurse, Jake Wallman thing has been like, oh my Lord, you can't even watch. You put one hand over an eye and you put the other hand over the other eye. Then you kind of try to peek through your fingers and you still don't like what you see because you're scared. I think this is a terrific trade. I think the Edmonton Oilers are going to love watching what Conor, there's no flash. He's competitive. He's heavy. He's hard. He knows how to play the game. He has a really strong intelligence. I know how great a trade it was to get Matthias Ekholm. And at the time, I'm not going to revise history. I thought that Jacob Chychrun might have been the better acquisition. Matthias Ekholm did exactly what you wanted to help Evan Bouchard. 1 + 1 = 3. I think Conor Murphy can do similar things for Darnell Nurse. And when Darnell Nurse just has that steady player around him, that stable player, I think Darnell's game takes off. And the other thing, let me just add this.
Yeah.
So a second-round pick in 2028 and the Hawks retain half the salary? Oh, my Lord. Did Stan Bowman go to Kyle Davidson's birthday party a few years ago and buy him something really special? Because that's low cost. That's unbelievable work by Stan.
And I was going to say, it's unbelievable work and good work given the position the Oilers are in right now with the money and such. Fast forwarding, I guess, to Friday and Friday evening, afternoon, whatever, depending what time zone you're in, the fax machines have been turned off. What do you see as the Oilers doing, or if anything? I mean, there are some people saying that this is just the beginning of a fascinating week for the Oilers. Some saying, no, don't do anything, or maybe they can't do anything. But where do you think this goes? And I mean, I guess focusing in on a bottom six, third line center type of player, which we've been discussing for seems weeks or months.
Yeah, I think there's two parts to this. I think you try to find that defenseman, that right shot defenseman that could play with Darnell. Check mark. I mean, back in the fall, they went and changed the goaltending, and you still have Calvin Pickard. So, I don't think there's an avenue to go get a goaltender. Maybe there is, but I think they did that. So if you could now find a third line center, and I think we may have even touched on it, I thought maybe a Conor Murphy, Jason Dickinson kind of dual trade might have worked nicely. It addresses both areas. But, I don't know if Josh Szymanski, he showed some some real positive glimpses when he was up, and you think that if he can continue to build on that, but now you're into the hope stage. So I think that it's a fallback, and I don't think there's anything negative about it. But at the same time, if they could go and find like a center that can play down in that area of the lineup, I think that would be really nice, tidy work for. And again, you're not getting Ryan O'Reilly, like you're not getting that type of player. You're not getting, but you find out what's out there. There's going to be some teams fall out of it. There's no question in the next few days, next few games, teams are they're going to become sellers. So, I mean, for an example, and I don't know how it can work or not, but Scott Lawton would be a really good third line center for the Edmonton Oilers. Now, how can you make the dollars work? Well, what does it mean? Bottom line is that type of player would be something significant.
You mentioned Szymanski, and maybe the answer is in the room. Yeah. And I don't know if we've brought this player up with you in that position, but RNH has 3C. I've been for it. Now I know you're taking away from the top line, which a lot of people would have an argument against, but I still think keeping McDavid and Hyman together is kind of the key there. Is that something that you would get behind or see as a positive move for this team right now?
Yeah, it's not a negative, Eric. And again, because Ryan is so flexible and so versatile, it gives you another tool, another opportunity to swing your lineup around depending on what you're up against. Ryan can swing up. We see it with different players. And I think that Ryan could absolutely fill that role. To me, it's one of those moves where you rob Peter to pay Paul. And so, there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm not looking at Ryan as it might be like within game. Okay, we got to do this for a period, or we got to do this for this particular game, and you move him around because he adds so much to so many different areas of your team that, you take him from one area and it might affect you in that area as you're trying to support another area. But it's not a negative. Like, don't get me wrong. It's not a negative. Ryan gives you that flexibility, and it's really a positive one.
Craig Button with us on the show this morning. He joins us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. Craig, I want to go back to Conor Murphy just for a second here. He's 32 years old. He's a UFA at the end of the year. But with the cap going up, is he a guy that you would try to keep around for 3 years on the right side if possible?
Well, I'm not going to say yes now. What I'm going to say is I'm going to evaluate what he can do as they move forward. Again, Philip Broberg came in and I thought played really well with Darnell Nurse. Okay, we know what unfolded there, right? So I think that, taking the time and watching how he and Darnell and how he supports that defense group before you have to say yes. And Stan knows him. Stan knows him from Chicago. So I think that you take your time. You don't have to rush into anything. But if he shows that he can be that steady partner and support that blue line, then absolutely you would be open to it. And you're right, the cap goes up to 100, just under 105, then 113. It's not like you're paying Conor Murphy like $10 million a year.
Ottawa's in town tonight. I've been seeing a lot of debate on the Ottawa Senators and whether they should be trying to add pieces here prior to the deadline and sneak into the playoffs, or maybe take a different approach to it. Where do you come out on the Sens right now?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's a good team. Travis Green has done a really nice job with that team. They're good. They've been undone by goaltending. I mean, I know Linus Ullmark was out for a period of time and he's returned, but if Linus Ullmark can find that level of play that the Senators believe he has, that Linus has shown, then they're a team that I think could make a push. They're a team that could go and reel off two out of every three wins. 3.5 out of 5 games, 3.5 wins out of 5 games, like that. Those 7 points out of 10. I think he could do that. But these next 2 games for the Ottawa Senators are going to be telling. If they lose both of them, I think they become sellers. And that means David Perron and Claude Giroux, they're the ones that start to get consideration around the league. But if they win both their games, then I think that, Steve Staios very well would be looking to try to strengthen and bolster the lineup. It's not a lot like everybody, depth defense, maybe a goal, maybe a little more scoring. The goaltending is what's undone the Senators this year, and so there's a little bit of hope there. There's a little bit of hope that Linus can do it, but if it doesn't happen in the next 2 games, I think they clearly become sellers.
Is Kadri the big fish at the deadline this year? Do you think he gets moved? Is that the one that a lot of these contenders be trying to figure out a way to get?
Well, I think you nailed it, Dustin. That's what everybody's trying to get. It's funny because when everybody talks and everything. Oh, well, the Flames have to get something for their players or assets. Kadri has 3 years left on his contract.
Yeah.
I mean, Mackenzie Weegar, I get it. Other teams are phoning to try to understand, what it would take to get those players. I understand the calls. But the Calgary Flames are not sitting here going, we got to trade Nazem Kadri, or we got to trade Blake Coleman, or we got to trade Mackenzie Weegar. I understand why teams would be calling, but at the same time, this is not something that if the Calgary Flames see something that makes sense for them, then I would imagine they would do it. But I think this has more to do with the calls going to Calgary's way than a situation where the Calgary Flames are saying, well, we got to move these guys, because I don't see it that way.
Craig, as always, man, great stuff. Good catching up with you again, and we'll do it again next week.
We will. Thanks, guys.
There you go. That's Craig Button. Made a good point of us watching that Canada game. They lose, and then at least we get to go to Mexico and then have to go to work the next day or something like that. Yeah. Trev, how'd you deal with that, my man? You were so involved in it. I never even thought to text you and make sure you're doing okay.
Yeah, that was tough.
Saw a couple tweets.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I got shredded. That was the first for me.
How was that, eh?
Yeah. I was it was crazy because I was obviously very emotional. Post I was out there, and do I regret it? No, not at all. I still feel the same way about those tweets. We can get into that about another time. But and then I was like, I need a nap, like everyone else. I just need to sleep my sorrows away. And then I wake up and I'm like, whoa! I was like, this is new, man. I had so many people coming at me. I'm like, this is a first. I kind of liked it. I liked being like the enemy there for a little bit. I was like, ooh, this is and now I see why people play that role. Especially in media. Like I get
you were rage baiting.
Yeah. I was like, man, like it gets your work, it gets your name, it gets whatever you want out there. But yeah, man, it was funny. So that was interesting. The loss, I'm not joking. Obviously, being an Oilers fan, obviously, I jumped on the Blue Jays bandwagon.
Yeah, you did,
but at heart, that has always been my team. But this was, out of all the losses I've taken in the last few years, this one hurt the most.
It did, hey?
Yeah. But also in saying that, I recovered the quickest. So I don't know.
Oh, that's bizarre.
Am I just getting used to this?
Weird.
Am I just getting used to this?
Well, you have to get a chance to do it again in like 3.5 years, 4 years now.
All I do is lose, no matter what.
Oh, man.
But yeah, like that, like just I was distraught. I was sad. If I'm being honest, the last thing I wanted to do was come and talk about it
the next morning.
The next morning, and I think that's why I handled it. Because if I wasn't in this industry, man, I'd still probably be in my basement, not talk to anyone for over.
That's it. That was it. You were done. So helping you talk about it really
helps. It does help.
That's good. That's good. Trev.
But I kind of want to be mad and sad and negative for a week. But anyway.
I love the fact that you got ripped on Twitter. Welcome to the real world. Yeah. That's
like people that I followed and people that I knew from like back home. I'm like, oh my gosh, like these guys kind of know who I am now. So it's kind of interesting.
All right, there, everybody, YouTube trip. But we got confessions coming up. We got fired up for Gemco fireplaces as well. We're going to dive into that. What else are the Edmonton Oilers going to do? Are they going to be the big deadline day winners? Are they going to move the needle that much? Is that what's going to happen here? 7 o'clock hour is brought to you by GameSense. Craig Button, of course, joined us on the Firehouse Subs hotline. Remember, when the Edmonton Oilers win 2 in a row, you can get the medium brisket hat trick for just $8.99 at all Firehouse Subs locations. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs, hot, hearty, and made to satisfy. 7 o'clock hour is brought to you by GameSense. When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed. Visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your GameSense. We do have your Play Alberta early bird bet of the day. Play Alberta is our title sponsor of all of Edmonton Sports Talk all day long, from 6 to 6 every single day, plus pre and post game for the Oilers, pre and post game for the Elks, a lot of other fun stuff going on here around the station. If you've not yet downloaded the Play Alberta app, please do so. And then go check out playalberta.ca. You can find the casino, sports, live dealers over there, lottery, a link to GameSense so you can make sure you don't get in over your head. But if you click on EST specials, you will see. You like this one?
You're back with a winner.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, this is
like right back on the train
just
here.
right on it.
I just went back and I said, what's the steady, eddiest thing to hit? And we decided to go with this. Edmonton Oilers, money line. So they just have to win. It can be in overtime, wherever. Connor McDavid, 2+ points, and an Evan Bouchard point. That's it. That's all. Plus 240. Plus 240, boosted. You can find it over at the EST specials page. Click on EST specials, find the early bird bet. Oilers to win, McDavid 2 points, Bouchard a point. I dare you to tell me that you don't love that. I think everybody listening right now is like, oh, I do. I love that.
It's the Bugs Bunny counting the, you love that gift so much, right?
It's you and me, Silent Bob, and Jay and Silent Bob with the money in Dogma while she's stripping.
Great dog.
That's what it is. Yeah. That's what it is. That's what this one is. Plus 240 on the EST specials page. Edmonton Sports Talk, presented to you by Play Alberta. All right, weekly confessions on the way. What do you need to confess? We haven't had I miss Trev confessions. You got something dialed up?
Ooh.
Yeah, I got a good one today.
Oh, boy.
This is a good confession, unembarrassing one, not anything. This is
okay.
I'm proud of this.
Okay, all right, good confession then. What do you need to confess? 780-218-9999. Wow, work confessions, life confessions, Oilers fandom confessions. What do you got? 780-218-9999. Then we'll get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces around 7:45. Back to the Conor Murphy trade. What about other deadline day targets? Do you think this is a year that the Oilers can actually put themselves in a spot to maybe win the Stanley Cup with a couple more trades prior to the deadline? And show me your homework. How do they pull it off, cap-wise? I'd love to see it.
Yeah, or don't.
I'd love to see it.
Go with the real bizarre. And
No, I want homework. That's what I want to see. If you're listening over on 95.7, couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update for you. Then you're right back with us. Don't go anywhere. Hopefully you enjoyed Hernan and Gager last week. Check out their show every single day, EST afternoons from 1 until 3 on TuneIn and iHeart. Free apps. Download them. Listen to the boys. And that leads into the Reed Wilkins Show, which is also awesome every day from 3 until 6. Sports update if you're on TuneIn or iHeart or over on YouTube today. Hammer the thumbs up first if you're watching on YouTube today. Sports updates brought to you by great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, who's very sad that Eric also didn't bring him back a rock turtle. Visit them at 983 First Street in Sherwood Park.
Oilers back on the ice tonight when they host the Senators in one of 11 games. Join Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows right here on EST. Coverage gets underway at 6 o'clock. Oilers were calling forwards Josh Szymanski and Isaac Howard yesterday and acquired defenseman Conor Murphy from the Blackhawks in exchange for a second-round pick in 2028. Chicago also retaining 50% of Murphy's $4.4 million salary. Action from last night. Stars remain red hot. They've now won 9 straight, defeating Vancouver 6-1. Seattle clipping Carolina 2-1. Canes' point streak snapped at 12 games. Kings struggles continue. DJ Smith dropping his debut as Kings head coach. 4-2 loss to the Avs. LA are 1-5-1 in their past 7. Make it 4 straight losses now for the Leafs as they fall at home in a shootout to the Flyers 3-2. Columbus over the Rangers 5-4 in overtime, and Detroit doubling up Nashville 4-2. Out at the Briar, Alberta's Cooey Rink coming into the morning draw 3-0. They are currently 3-1 up on the Northwest Territories in the 6th, and Cooey's Rink will also take part in the evening draw against Manitoba's Matt Dunstone. That gets underway 4 o'clock this afternoon. Raptors back in action tonight. They'll host the Knicks in one of 10 games. Sports Update, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where I didn't bring him a stone turtle, I brought him back a poncho.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a figure skater. He wears like a white outfit and he does interpretive ice dances to my life's journey.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Somebody once told me that I had got to grow the facial hair that make me look fine. He was looking super cool, the ladies, man, how they drool at the shape of a U on his jawline. Well, you look amazing cause you just stopped shaving. The chicks line up so you're always dating. Doesn't make sense to have a full beard. You think it looks cool but it just looks weird. So much to do, so much to win. So grow it ear to ear around your chin. You'll never know if it will grow. So don't shave and just let it go. Hey now, grow a chin strap, get that hair on your face. Hey now, grow a chin strap, coolest dude in the place. And now that we are in March, let's all come together and celebrate Charge. It's a cool look, and as you get older, your chin stays warm and your life gets bolder. Hashtag Charge if you're on Twitter. Nelson had a chin strap in his wedding pictures. If you want, you shave it pretty thin. People use their eyes to be staring at your chin. My strap's straight fire, how about yours? You're just so popular you never get bored. Hey now, grow a chin strap, get that hair on your face. Hey now, grow a chin strap, coolest dude in the place. And now that we are in March, let's all come together and celebrate Charge.
7:34. It's the Nielson Show presented to you by Wyshynski. Every day right here on 95.7 Cruise FM, every day over on YouTube, every day on iHeart, every day on TuneIn. They're all locked and loaded for you there. Changing 200 already, and let's keep going. Let's hammer those thumbs up for us as we work our way through the show this morning.
Changing 200.
Oh, look who it is. Charlie the Penguin.
Pin strap.
There he is.
Pin strap. Pin strap. The weirdest month is upon it. Charge. Charlie the Penguin.
Charlie the Chin Strap Penguin back for another year. I got him out of his case. I've been keeping him in this case over in the office.
Yeah.
And he's back, baby.
There you
There
go.
we go.
Right
Charlie the Chin Strap Penguin. What's it say on the bottom here? Charlie the Chin Strap Penguin. Hashtag Charge. That was dropped out. That was made and painted by a listener's daughter. There we go. Charlie is our Chin Strap Penguin. He's the mascot of the month of Charge, Chin Strap Awareness Month.
You're going to have a great one for that game on
Thursday.
Yeah.
No. But after that, I'll shave one in and it'll be glorious once again. I heard Awanek was talking trash about it. Somebody texted in today, said Awanek was absolutely just talking trash about Chin Strap Awareness Month.
I mean, if there's one guy, he could grow. He's got a 5 o'clock shadow by 2
He
p.m.
can have a chin strap. I mean, commit to the cause, my man. Commit to the cause or leave it alone.
Never seen him with any. Like I've been on a trip with him, like a boys and stuff where he hasn't shaved in like a couple. Like he gets a good, but I've never seen him with a full grown like a goatee, or a sideburn, or even a stash. Wouldn't mind seeing him with something.
Yeah, see, Rusty Shackelford says, did you hear that Matt Awanek wants chin strap stigma to continue? Unbelievable.
Then he sent in a photo of him with a puka shell necklace. I don't know what that...
All right. We're going to get into some weekly confessions. Weekly confessions can be sent to the Paris Jewelers inbox at 780-218-9999. One of your texts will be crowned the Royal Pizza text of the day. Usually not a confession. But Spectrum Rental sponsors weekly confessions. They confess to feeling confused about the trade yesterday. Either you're all in on Connors or you're letting Connor Brown go for nothing. Pick a lane. Bring your snowblower to Spectrum Rental for a service or repair and don't get caught having to shovel. Spectrum Rental, keeping your project on time and keeping your snowblowers running smoothly. All right, what do you got to confess? Rick, you start us, buddy. What are you confessing?
Well, I can obviously for the week that it's been, you're probably expecting some sort of. I confess that I probably didn't go hard enough in Mexico. I kept it.
Neither of us had a runaway night.
No, but I felt that the gameplay was I didn't want to burn I didn't want to get to a point. And I know Grumpy Cat had one night where like the next day was like
he was in rough shape.
So I didn't want to like lose a day. I just wanted to keep a great baseline, which I did. I felt great the whole way through. But on prior trips that you and I have gone on, I don't think I really kind of, which is fine. I mean, I'm good with it. But I confess that I didn't.
We had a great little routine set up down there. Like we'd go out to the sports bar, and then I'd usually hit up the disco with like 5 or 6 people, and then about 40 minutes into that, I get a text from you saying, "Pizza's on the way," and then I'd leave and come back to the room. Get back to the room. Rick had ordered a couple of room service pizzas, and we dive into that. Then we go to bed at like midnight. Not even. Sometimes we were in bed a couple nights like just after 11.
Local time, or
like their time, 11. Yeah. I understand why maybe you. I thought it was a very mature trip.
Well, I don't dance at the thing. The karaoke was great. The disco's not really. I kind of.
Yeah, there really wasn't. We weren't
I'm not
dancing.
getting
We were
up on
kind of just there,
cutting a rug or anything.
Having a couple drinks.
Yeah. So
Twitter Mary was dancing. She danced.
Boy, was she
lot.
ever. Yeah.
Her and her husband Dave, who's an absolute beauty. All right, Trev. What's your confession, my man?
Yes, great confession, LT. That's good. I'm happy you guys came back and all safe and sound and whatnot. But this is a proud confession, boys. Very proud.
What is this?
I have dealt with this problem my entire life. For as long as I can remember.
There's a song coming here.
From as long as I can remember, I was always doing this. I always had the urge. I always was just caught doing this, and it was bad, and it never stopped. Not when I was a kid, not when I was a teenager, and not while I was adult. But the time has come, and I can proudly say that for the last 2 weeks, I haven't chewed my nails, boys. I stopped chewing my nails. I confess, I've stopped. And I have an urge a little bit, but I'm like, no, you got to fight it. You got to fight it. And that's exactly what I have done.
How'd you do it? Because I still chew my nails.
Man, it's tough.
What'd you do?
Well,
did you put like something gross on them?
No. It's just all up here. It's all up here.
It's a mental thing.
It's a mental thing, man. And whenever I go, I just remind myself, stop. I absolutely stop. And so yeah, I'm pretty proud of this because, it's actually like it's an extremely bad habit and something I've actually done like my entire life for as long as I can remember. And it got really bad when I was a kid. I would like just chew them down till like there was nothing left. And I look at my fingers and I'm like, oh gosh, like what the heck? And so yeah, it was. This is a good confession. Yeah, congrats. Like seriously, I am proud of this, boys. I am super happy because I was always like. Whenever I go to shake someone's hand, or if I ever had a girlfriend or anything like that, and she'd see my hand, she'd be like, "Ugh, what
that's
the heck?"
gross.
And I just I don't know. It's a good confession. I'm very proud.
So
of
it's changing your life a little bit, maybe even.
Yes, it is absolutely, and also like it's no secret, especially to my family. I'm a little bit of I wouldn't say I'm a germaphobe, but I don't like germs, and it's weird though because I didn't care, but now I think about it.
That is weird as a germaphobe that you would still bite your nails. That's gross.
And now I'm like and I think about that a lot. I'm like think about all the germs. Just stop. So it's.
So are you just gonna let them grow now?
Well, it's been like 2 weeks.
I like the idea of you not cutting them though.
Like honestly, this is the longest. It's not even that long, but the longest. There's white.
Are you gonna try to set a world record for the longest nails?
Yeah. I like that.
No, that's gross.
Let him go.
Those nails are yellow. But this is the longest. Like, there's white at the end of my nails. Isn't that something?
So you didn't just give this up for like Lent? Like this isn't a
no.
Like you're trying to kick this for good.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm doing really good, man. Like no urge
and no app.
No app. No app has helped
You have
me.
to go on. Yeah, you don't have to go on an app and record when you were going to bite your nails.
Yeah.
No,
How were you
nothing.
feeling when you wanted to bite your nails?
None of that. Like my mom always put that stuff on my nails when I was a kid, to try to get you to stop, and that didn't. Nothing stopped me, man. I was a menace. I didn't care. I didn't care at all. I was chewing them nails all the time. Whenever I got nervous, very anxious kind of guy, I just chew my nails. But yeah, this is great. So I'm gonna see how long. Obviously, I don't want to get them freakishly long.
Yeah, you'll have to clip them at some point.
But it's weird, like when I'm scratching myself.
Yeah.
Recently, I'm like, oh, I've had some of the best back scratches
so
in my
good,
entire
yeah.
life.
Because you scratch your own back a lot.
Yeah, and opening things has been a lot easier. Something I've struggled with my entire life. So you said, yeah. So it's life changing. This is actually life changing. I opened a beer can the other day, a beer
with your nail,
and that was always a problem before. Sometimes I'm not gonna lie, or if we're really getting into it, I have to get buddies to open my beers for me every now and then. But not anymore. Not anymore, boys. So there we go.
Congratulations, Trev. I'm so proud of you, man.
I believe, and if I can do it, I tell you, anyone can do it, because I seriously ask any one of my friends or family, they know how atrocious my nails were. So we can do it. We're all in this together. Come on. It's okay.
Excellent.
Man.
That's terrific.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
But don't cut them.
No, I'm not.
Like ever.
I'm going to be the next Wolverine.
I want you to, I want you to be like a cat.
Yeah.
My confession is the best part of my vacation was not worrying about the Oilers day to day.
I bet.
How dare
It was
you.
just very, I know
How
people are
dare
going to this
you.
is blasphemous, Dusty.
Just get away.
But I was just like, I'd pop on Twitter, laugh at a few of the meltdowns, and then just go back to chilling. Just being in the, it was really nice. And now we come right back into the thick of it.
Oh, yeah.
Because trade deadline week's going to be insane. Everybody's going to be losing their mind. We're going to be talking about it 24/7. But I thought that was my favorite part of the trip, was just getting away from the roller coaster of Oilers social media. It was nice.
I mean, you still kind of dipped your toe in it a few times, I know. But
Well, I for the game, I scrolled to see what the freak out
you
was
had
like.
a lateral tweet, I do believe there's one. I remember we were lying in bed together.
Oh, yeah,
and
that
you
was
looked
like we were laying in bed at the end of the night and scrolling through.
this out.
Yeah, I said they're going to have to include Ekholm with Jari to make another lateral move between the pipes. But for the most part, I enjoyed not having to spend the morning after them losing, just listening to people bitch about everything or ranting on my own even. Let's get to some of your confessions. Dirty Don says, confession, I went to the batting cages with a former special someone. Now I don't know where it's going. Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
The old batting cages with an X. The batting cages bring back the spark? Is that a thing?
I saw a few lovebirds down at the Cancun batting cages getting into it there, so maybe that's...
I thought about going into the batting cage. I was too busy focused on being QB1 at the resort.
Saw a kid drill a foul ball off his helmet and the dad was there. It was kind of funny. I laughed and I kept walking.
Stupid Peter says, weekly confession. Matthias Janmark being out the rest of the year is the best thing to happen to this team. Oh, boy. We are back. X-Ray J says, well, you were all gallivanting around in Cancun. I was out of mine with shingles. The worst pain I've ever encountered. Oh, geez. That sucks. Lots of good text message about Trev and the questionable scholar says, Trev, wait till you get back to Oilers playoff hockey. You'll be a nail biter again.
Yeah, that's what it is. Hey, the nerves definitely in playoffs.
Well, the gold medal game Sunday must have been the true test.
It intensifies. Yeah.
Like that would have been
Nothing, man. Look at this.
If you can get past that.
Tam yells at me for biting my nails all the time. I just go, shh.
You get him down there, though.
Oh, mine are down.
You are.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It's a little too tight.
I don't remember when I bit them.
You just
But I must bite them.
Yeah.
I'm not cutting them.
That's the thing.
It's not like I sit down and go, what are you doing for the next 30 minutes? Oh, I'm going to bite my nails.
Yeah.
It's just like something that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a habit. I like the Miller and the Paris Jewelers inbox. You could say YTT is now mentally tough as nails.
That's a good one.
How clever.
DVD says, hey, shout out to the Latino Heat and Joaquin. Dusty and Eric are my favorite, but man, those guys crushed it while you were gone. Yes, and guess what? They're together every day from 1 until 3. If you loved Hernan and Gager, you'll love EST Afternoons. Every day from 1 until 3 on TuneIn and iHeart. It's a free app. You download it, and then you can listen every single day. Jay texts in and says, re-QB1, Dusty was throwing bullets. The guy at the edge of the pool was brutal. I was slinging it, man.
How is that shoulder, by the way? It must be.
I had to get the kids to give me a rub down when I got home. I spent a lot of time in the pool throwing a football. We had one kid on the trip, Riley. He was 12, good young kid, and he wanted to play football a lot. And I'm a kid, so I love playing football. And then other people start getting in. The one day at the adult pool, Riley wasn't there, but we still had the ball, and we must have had six. Probably I don't want to say six. Like I don't want to do the thing, but there's like 6 to 8 guys there, strangers, just all spread out this huge adult pool, and we were just gunning it. We had 3 balls going at one time. It was great.
Then there was that one Leafs fan. Remember, he was trying to get into the fray at one point.
Yeah, we booed him. That was good. There was a good booing of a Leafs fan. That was it. Then there's this one guy. Like there's me with my body at one end of the adult pool, and I'm throwing these footballs. And this guy who like was standing at the edge of the other end, and he was jacked. He looked like he just came out of the water, like Daniel Craig as James Bond, like just jacked. He's all tatted up, wearing like a bit of a smaller swimsuit than I was, and he was like standing there. He wanted to get involved in the game. So I was, and people who were there I'm not making up the story. Like I was gunning him in there, this guy from the other side of the pool. Couldn't catch a lick and could barely throw. And I'm sitting there going, look at you. You're like a bronze statue and you can't catch, you can't throw.
Yeah.
And I'm over here, I got a vodka Coke in one hand and I'm just gunning this thing at him with the other hand. Yeah. And he was really starting to piss me off.
Well, don't sell your receiving ability short either. You made some grabs that were just, I
was at least a top 5 wide receiver at the resort.
Yeah.
And a DB at times.
Made a couple nice picks too. Yeah, it was pretty good. I was giving everybody rankings. QB rankings and all that type of stuff.
It was funny. Chelsea LaBelle from Expedia Cruises sent me a video of you practicing your free shot.
I was shooting some hoops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On those 20-foot nets.
Yeah, those are awful. But upstairs in the gym, on top of the gym, they had a basketball court on the roof. That's where my phone got wrecked. And I was playing against Riley, the 12-year-old.
Yeah.
And Bryce from the Combine crew smoked him.
Nice.
Just smoked him.
Nothing, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. I was all like, come on, try again, Riley. Come at me when you're sad. I'll tell you, like, there's no 12-year-old in the world that can beat me at basketball. They would have to be a giant. Like, it's as simple as that. It's just unfair. I'm 6'5". Like, it's not reasonable to expect that. Riley was a good little player.
Yeah.
But he's 12.
Then I smacked him around on the pool table a bit.
Yeah, he's not very good at pool.
Well,
he got good at football while we were there.
This will be a big learning trip for him. He'll be back. He'll be better.
Here's a good confession from Road Dog Trev. Confession, guys, I was also in Mexico last week with my family, and I told everyone I was a starting quarterback for the Saskatchewan Roughriders. That's because his name is actually Trevor Harris.
Yeah.
So it works out well. Now, I know Trev a little bit. That's not a good thing for the Canadian Football League for people to be thinking, looking at Trev, be like, you're the starting quarterback for the Riders?
Have you heard of my completion percentage?
He's over 70%. He's the all-time CFL leader. I'd argue Trevor Harris is one of the most accurate quarterbacks in the history of the game, north or south of the border. Anyway, it was a lot of fun. It was a good time down there and some good confessions as well. All right, let's get fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. I'm going to ask you this, all you Oilers fans listening right now. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being them signing Zach Hyman and 1 being the Griffin Reinhart trade, what is your level of fired upness for the Conor Murphy deal? Fired Up, brought to you by Gemco Fireplaces, proudly serving Edmonton and area for 45 years. The authorized dealer for Napoleon Fireplaces. Whether it's gas or wood burning, look no further than Canadian-made Napoleon Fireplaces. All the Napoleon products you need are available at Gemco, 9281 50th Street. 780-218-9999. First answer in 6.8.
If we're getting into points, I do like 6.873489. I'm a 6. We said earlier.
Oh, I thought you might be a little bit higher.
Really?
Yeah. I thought I was like around a 5 to 6.
Baptized Big Uke says 6.7.
VR Greg says, after listening to Craig Button, I'm a 7.5.
Yeah, I'm a 6. I think, again, it was fine. Like, in the spirit of the question, this is fired up for Gemco Fireplaces. It's a good astute move, but it doesn't fire me up, in that case. So
I
it's
mean,
it's a little over
steady
average.
stay-at-home right shot
I know,
D-men
that's the thing.
don't really fire you up too
so
much.
in Conor Murphy's defense, I mean, you can't really. But I'll go with a 6, just because it's slightly better than the middle of the board, and give me a 6, a hard 6.
Rebella 2.0 says I'm at a 6 for the Murphy trade, 9 if it unlocks Nurse.
The number can move, I guess.
The doc says I'm at an 8 only because it's a rare trade where the Oilers didn't get absolutely hosed by the other GM. Nasty chat, a lot of 6s. Nas gave it a 0. He's obviously overly critical. Oh, and then he says, honestly, a 3. Trev, what are you at on a scale of 1 to 10 here? You're over 7, aren't you?
No, not at all.
Oh, really?
I'm like 6.
Oh,
I'll say 6.125.
Yeah, I thought people would be more fired up about this.
No, like my initial reaction wasn't like I wasn't like, oh yeah, like fired up. I wasn't super fired up. Yeah, it wasn't like that. I was like, okay, nice. That's kind of a player they need, desperately need.
Didn't get bent over.
That's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like it's a positional need. He's gonna have a role here.
Can that number move higher for you?
Yes, it can.
Well, I sure hope so.
No. Yeah. But I'm just wondering how high you could.
The one text there, like, what does it do for everyone else?
Yeah.
Which I know it's ridiculous conversation. What does it do for $9 million Darnell? If it makes this team better, that's the thing. Like, I'm having a hard time. It's not going to have the effect Matthias Ekholm had, and not even close. But if it's, we should be able to tell if he has a positive impact on this team. And if that is the case, then I'd bump me up to like a 7.75.
That's the ceiling?
Yeah.
Alicia texts in and says, 6 when I first heard it, now an 8 after hearing everybody talk about him. Bruins fan Chris says, I'll give it a 4.5, boys. It's kind of a mediocre trade, to be honest with you. Didn't really make you guys any better. See, and I think it will. I think it will make them better. I was not like super hardo for it because I got to see what else they do here. Like if they make a minimal addition to the bottom 6 and Conor Murphy, I would have rather not done anything.
Mm-hmm.
And just, what the Tide used to say? Keep your
powder
powder dry for the next 2 years when you're hoping you utilize cap space properly and are a first place team and a legitimate, oh my God, the Oilers are going to win the cup again, which is not how they're being viewed this year, not how they should be viewed this year.
But a lot of people think,
if they go make 2 more moves before the deadline somehow, in what I would at this point describe miraculous fashion, and all of a sudden you've got Conor Murphy as your second pair right shot D-man and a guy who's going to improve your horrible penalty kill, and you've got, a legitimate, oh my God, really good third line center who all of a sudden gives you a top 9 that you might be able to win a Stanley, then I might revisit it. But if Conor Murphy's the big ad at the deadline for a team that is where they're at right now, which is a team that's lost more games than they won this year, I'm meh on it.
I just don't agree with some people think it's verboten to mention keep your powder dry, and the fact that McDavid signed on for it. Like, this isn't the, and I can't stress enough. Everybody was saying, even starting the season, not knowing how it would have maybe gone or what position they'd been right now. It's about really the next 2. And you're right. If you can't do something seismic, and I don't know how you would, again, show the work 7802 and 899.99. I would much rather keep the powder dry. I get the whole argument that every year is a window, and you got it. Teams, well, in the spirit of business, though, you can't just be doing that all the time. You can't. And right now they're a little hamstrung for that. So I'd be fine with keeping the powder dry, but I just don't understand you have to be all in all the time as long as he's on your team. Even in a year where you may not have the horses and you may not have the flexibility.
What you did is you could have been that, but you made mistakes in the offseason and already in this season where you're not, it doesn't look like this is an all-in year.
Yeah, and this could be kind of adding on to that. And then hamstring you again moving forward. So
Chris from Fort Mac says, in all fairness, we didn't think Ekholm was going to have the impact he was going to have. I would disagree with that, Chris. When they pulled the trigger on Matthias Ekholm, that was a brilliant move at the time. I mean, we need to stop mentioning this trade in the same area as Matthias Ekholm. Like, these are nothing comparable. This is Conor Murphy is not Matthias Ekholm 3 years ago. There's unless I mean, maybe I'm way off on Conor Murphy, but I don't. We got to stop mentioning it. And I've also seen it being like, oh, looks like Chiarelli didn't have to give up Taylor Hall to get Adam Larson. We can just. What are we doing here? Like, there's been multiple texts about that today.
I've seen Larson's name.
I think you're probably trying to be hilarious here. I mean, Adam Larson was a top 5 pick who was 24, 25 years old when they got him. I don't know how we're comparing that to a 32-year-old UFA. Let's just pump the brakes here slightly.
I'm still at a 6.
Mark is in. It says, today would you trade Wallman for a first to free up $3.4 million because all the Oilers fan base was saying that the Oilers fleeced the Sharks in that trade, and clearly the Sharks fleeced the Oilers. To be honest with you, man, I don't know what to do with Wallman. I'll just say that for now. We'll see how the Wallman thing plays out. I think some people around the Oilers organization are starting to realize why Detroit paid to get rid of him.
A lot of answers to those bizarre questions we had, hey?
Anyway, it is trade deadline week. Everybody is fired up. Let's see what else Stan Bowman and Jeff Jackson, whoever else is involved in these decisions, can actually get done. This is a good start. It's a good start if there's more to come. It's an okay deal if this is all that there is, because maybe that's the Achilles heels of this team. They're just missing a second pair right shot D-man. And I wouldn't put him on as an elite second pair right shot D-man, but on this team, he's their second best right shot D-man. And it's going to be better than having Wallman play out of position, and it's going to be better than Emerson. So there's that as well. Guys, I'm really curious to see what happens if Edmonton doesn't make the playoffs this year, because the way they're playing hockey, that's the way they're going. I'm sticking with my last 24 games for Edmonton, 11-13, and they don't miss. What do you say? And they don't miss?
So that's 24 games.
And they don't make the playoffs?
They don't make.
I think your text went off the rails there a little bit. Brandon from Windsor says, look at it this way. The Oilers got a third pair right shot D-man for peanuts. Nothing more, nothing less. Great deal for a value contract. 2028 second round pick. RCN is suggesting that Murphy has a better chance of unlocking Wallman than unlocking Nurse. Well, we'll see where they end up. Slotting him. Yesterday I had Wallman with Bouchard, and I would plead with them to not do that. And put that going back with Bouch. Play Murphy with. I'd do Murphy and Nurse, and then Emberson and Wallman. I could see them going Nurse and Emberson and Wallman and Murphy. Anyway, we got to get this kind of easy trivia back on track.
So we hear, hey, weren't you a big winner? You're off to Mr. Mike's?
What are you talking about? Wasn't me. That was Jose from Mexico.
Oh, that was another show that you were playing on. I forgot.
Yeah, it wasn't me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, definitely not me.
When it WST.
It was it was WST. Yeah, that's what it was. It definitely wasn't me last week.
My bad.
Yep. We are going to. What's our streak at? 34. We're totally ignoring what Hernan and Gager did.
Well, absolutely, that's
their streak is 34.
Yeah,
that's their streak.
That's their time.
They can play their mind games with all the nasties, but not your boys, not us. Our streak's at 34. We're gonna keep that thing rolling. So who wants to play? Gift certificate to Mr. Mike's is up for grabs. Looking at the questions, put them together last night. You are 100% going to win if you play. 780, and we'll take the streak to 35. 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Keyword for the Cruise Flyaway Ultimate Sports Weekend coming up at 8:15. Greg Wyshynski at 8:30. We'll get his thoughts on the Conor Murphy deal. GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast still to come as well. And the wrap for William Huff. So we've got lots to get to. If you want to play trivia, 780-218-9999, and let's get things back on the rails. If you're listening on 95.7, couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update, then you're back with us. Don't go anywhere. Get you ready for the Oilers and the Sens here tonight. If you are on TuneIn or iHeart today, or watching over on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, hammer the thumbs up for us. That would be great. We got a sports update for you with Lieutenant Eric. It is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, plywood.
Windsor, the experts you need to know.
The kid still got it. He still got it. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
Oilers back on home ice tonight against the Senators in one of 11 games. Join Tom Gazzola for the GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows here on EST. Coverage gets underway at 6 o'clock. The Oilers acquiring defenseman Conor Murphy from the Blackhawks yesterday in exchange for a second-rounder in 28, and Chicago also retaining 50% of Murphy's $4.4 million salary. Oilers currently sit at 66 points and in wild card position number 2 heading into tonight's action. Last night, Colorado doubling up LA 4-2. Seattle getting past Carolina 2-1. Dallas winning their 9th straight. They defeat Vancouver 6-1. Leafs continue to fade. They suffer their 4th straight loss in a shootout 3-2 to the Flyers. Columbus over the Rangers 5-4 in overtime, and Detroit would double up the Preds 4-2. Over to Newfoundland and the Briar. Kevin Cooey's Alberta Inc. looking to improve to 4-0 this morning. They are currently leading the Northwest Territories 4-2 in the 8th end. Cooey's rank will be back on the Pebble Leader this evening at 4 up against Manitoba's Matt Dunstone. And the Raptors are back on the court tonight. They'll host the Knicks in one of 10 games in the NBA. Sports Update brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and the surrounding area since 1993. Doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff at Windsor Plywood Leduc.
That is a hell of a thing for you to say to me. I'm your huckleberry. Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
8:07. It is the Nielson Show today and every day, brought to you by Weiss Johnson.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
I've gone backwards hat. I've engaged backwards hat mode.
Third hour.
A third hour backwards hat mode. Oilers, rumors, all this fun stuff.
Yeah,
We're going to get into it. Nielson Show brought to you by Weiss Johnson. Get a new Train furnace now, and you get 15% off any additional mechanical system if you get it done at the same time. Air conditioner, heat pump, hot water tank, garage heater, 15% off plus no interest for 24 months. Weiss-Johnson.com to book an estimate today. Edmonton Sports Talk is presented to you by Play Alberta. Where you play with it, Play Alberta stays in Alberta. Check them out at playalberta.ca or download the Play Alberta app as well. So we'll continue to get to your text message in the Paris Jewelers inbox, and one of your text messages will end up winning the Royal Pizza text of the day. If you're watching on YouTube today, hammer the thumbs up for us. We were cruising through 200 around 7:30. We're 46 away from changing 300. Yeah. So it's definitely a 300-like show. So hammer the thumbs up for us over there. Third hour looks like this. We're about 10 minutes away from your keyword for the Cruise Flyway Ultimate Sports Weekend Edition. 3 questions too many coming up as well. We need one more question for 3 questions too many. For the great staff out of Park Mazda, Greg Wyshynski on the upcoming deadline. His thoughts on the Conor Murphy deal. That's just after 8:30, and then the orange and blue breakfast still to come as well. Oilers are in action tonight against the Sens, and we'll get you ready for that game all day long right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. So if you are listening on the radio, download the free iHeart app, download the free TuneIn app. Hop on over on YouTube. You can watch all day long, and we'll get you set for the game with the hangout from 9 to 11, the lock shop from 11 until noon, 2 guys and a goalie from 12 until 1, EST afternoons with Hernan and Gager, who you heard on the morning show last week from 1 until 3, the Reed Wilkins show from 3 until 6, and then the GCL Diesel pregame show with Tom Gazzola from 6 until 7, and then postgame coverage tonight after the game with Tommy and Benny and Cass or Belzy, whoever's on tonight as well. So, yes, all day long. It's free. iHeart, tune in, stream it, crystal clear, all day long. You can watch over on YouTube as well. All right, so Kind of Easy Trivia has been a bit of a disaster while we were gone, or is that at least what we've heard? So we're going to try to get it back on track today. Our streak is at 34. 8 o'clock hours brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals. Mention Edmonton Sports Talk. You get 5% off anything new or used in store. Don't miss their monthly online auctions either. www.gdliquidators.com. They're Canadian-owned and operated. Make them your first call. 780-447-2787 or visit them at 14510 124th Ave. Gift certificate to Mr. Mike's is up for grabs. It's brought to you by Feast Mode at Mr. Mike's Steakhouse Casual. Feast Mode has been activated. For just $39.99, you'll choose between the Emperor Caesar salad or the rustic onion soup.
Yes.
That's what you'll start with. And then you'll have your choice of a 6-ounce sirloin with lobster butter or the grilled chicken surf combo.
You got to say sirloin.
Sirloin.
That's like of the
sirloin with lobster butter. Glorious. Feast Mode has been activated at Mr. Mike's. All right, who's playing today, Trev? Who do we got?
Playing today, we've got Klima's Lid.
Klima's Lid? Local Twitter insider. Klima's Lid. Let's go to Klima's Lid. Mr. Lid, how are you?
Morning, guys. How's it going?
Good, man. You tell me right now what else is coming down the pipe.
Well, I think we've still, Stan still got that 2027 first and the 26 second. I think it was a great move for Conor Murphy yesterday, and I think he's still cooking. Mangiapane's got to move first, so he frees up some money, and I think there's a 3C coming.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Klima's Lid. All right, let's get us back on track here, man. Trev will start the ticker after I read the first question. Here we go. Who do the Edmonton Oilers play tonight?
The Ottawa Senators.
Name one player on the Senators.
Artem Zub.
Who did the Oilers trade for yesterday?
Conor Murphy.
What position does Conor Murphy play?
Defense. Right shot defense.
And who is the GM of the Edmonton Oilers?
Stan Bowman.
Boom. 5 for 5. And he got it. Klima's Lid.
That is why I did it. At number 5. Are you kidding me? That's right. Who do you think you are? I am. Get it right.
You can't have a newcomer come in and steal a show.
That's a peddling.
Oh, we've been strong. We're just playing by the rules.
Ooh, you better believe that's a peddling.
And I was in Miami with my new beach house. Well, it was a couple minutes from the beach.
That's a peddling.
The first year we took it to the limit. Take it to the limit.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
You cannot come to my house. No, not today.
He gets 8 out of 5 for that Zoop drop.
Yeah, you like it. I saw your reaction.
Love it.
You were loving that, weren't you?
With a bullet. Like, he didn't even have to. He didn't stutter. He was waiting for that one, and boom, Zoop out of the cannon.
Just nailed it. All right, so 35 in a row. We're feeling pretty good about it. We'll forget. We'll just ignore everything that happened while we were gone with Hernan Gager. I know everybody loved what they did. Yeah, from a show perspective. But kind of easy trivia was a tough one. I'm trying to see if I can find the clip to go with that.
Yeah, I don't know if we have that one in the
no, we don't.
in the bank. There,
I mean, it's a good
I
one.
don't know
though.
why. Yeah.
Let me see here. We'll see if we can track it down. But we'll get to it. It's a good.
I'm just thinking of his face as he says it too, which adds to the hilarity of the text.
We do need one more question for 3 questions too many, so we'll do that. But let's do the keyword. Hey, who wants a keyword right now?
I'll take one.
Do you? Oh, are you ready for the keyword?
Please, yeah.
It's the Cruise FM and MacMe College Cruise Flyaway Ultimate Sports Weekend Edition, powered by River Cree Resort and Casino, Rocket Out Salon, Smile Haven, and Solera Hot Tubs and Patio. We're going to give you the keyword. You'll text it to the Cruise contest line, and then you go into the mix here. If you want more details, 957cruisefm.ca. But you're going to go into the mix to possibly win the Ultimate Sports Weekend from April 9th to 12th. Round trip flights, money for accommodations, 2 tickets to the Dodgers versus the Rangers on Friday, April 10th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Then 2 tickets to the Lakers and Suns Friday, April 10th at 7:30 that night. And then 2 tickets the very next day to the Los Angeles Kings versus Edmonton's Professional Hockey Club. Saturday, April 11th at 2 o'clock. So you got the matinee baseball Dodgers on Friday, Association City Friday night, and then the Kings versus Edmonton on Saturday. The key word today that you will text to the Cruise contest line, 780-989-0957. That's 780-989-0957. Your key word today is baseball.
Baseball.
Yes, text baseball to 780-218-9999. One more time. Oh, sorry, wrong number. I said the wrong number. I said our number. Text baseball to the Cruise contest line.
There we go.
780-989-0957. 780-989-0957. That's the Cruise contest line. You text baseball to 780-989-0957. You go in the mix. Best of luck, everybody. One more time. Keyword baseball. Contest number 780-989-0957. Where do you want to go?
Nasty chat's coming along here. Jose from OT Sports Bar.
Can you imagine if that was actually him?
Click on the pic. It's him. I'm telling you.
It's not Jose from the bar.
Go to the. How do you
go see it?
Go to channel. And then
go to channel? I mean, that's a picture of Jose.
I love it.
I love Jose.
I love it.
I wish it was actually Jose.
He wouldn't know how to work.
He was a highlight of the trip for me.
I don't think he could get it.
Pint-sized Jose from the sports bar down there. All right. Let's get into 3 questions too many. You have a liner for the segment today?
3 questions too many, brought to you by the great staff at Park Mazda and dealer principal Mitch Lewicki, where he and his entire staff will be joining us on the next trip. Chelsea LaBelle in Expedia Cruises, Park Mazda, your dealer for life. As she does text in earlier saying, where's it here? Morning, it's Chelsea, the travel agent. Thank you for the shout out. Much appreciated. Have no fear. I'll be starting to look at resorts soon for the next one. Still detoxing from the trip. Welcome back and thanks again.
Who had the text about dog holiday today.
Vance Van Vanderbilt.
Oh, was it Vance Van Vanderbilt? He sent it. No, I still haven't found it, but I want to get it.
It's so good.
I want to get it. Vance Van Vanderbilt texted in a.
It's relevant. It's current.
Yeah, I mean, it could be.
Checks all the box.
Could be a
Conor
text
Murphy.
of the day. When people tell Bowman, at least he's not as bad as Chiarelli. Nonsense. I've not yet begun to defile myself. We'll see where this goes. We'll see where it goes. Vance Van Vanderbilt, though, that's pretty good. All right. Let's get into it here. Question number one. Well, I mean, this is Chelsea kind of, I guess, sort of laid this out. When are you guys going to announce the next Nielson Show Mexico trip? Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be Mexico.
No.
I do like the all-inclusive stuff, though. Like, we could do a trip to, like, Nashville, watch some football, watch some hockey.
Nashville's great.
I hear great things about Nashville.
Well, the country music scene alone.
I love the country music scene. So but I also love the all-inclusive. Like, you're just getting up, you're going for breakfast, you're hitting the pool, you're hitting the beach.
Yeah, it's free and easy.
What do people say? What about the DR? The Dominican Republic.
Sure.
Right? We could scout some baseball players while we're down there.
Yeah. Yeah, anywhere in there. I mean, that's all fine and good. I mean, the Planet Hollywood, again, that resort is the king of all the. You can walk around the beach, see there ones. No, it doesn't hold a candle to the Planet Hollywood.
Well, that's why it's a 5-star.
They had the people walking around with the. Remember those guys with the big heads and everything, and they had the movie. You never got to see a movie there. They had the movie theater. You never got to maybe next time.
I didn't get to the theater.
I know,
well,
yeah.
They didn't have.
We didn't have a rainy day.
I was really hoping they would be playing American Gangster, but it wasn't. They had a poster for it, but it wasn't playing. So I didn't get to a movie, which is okay, I guess. But you know how I am. When I find something I like,
sure,
I want to do it again. So I like that resort a lot.
Maybe Jamaica, man.
We should probably
or Mon.
Jamaica, Mon. Jamaica, Mon.
Yeah.
Where are you going? Oh, we're going to Jamaica, Mon.
Yeah, we could all get a little braid.
That would be kind of cool. Oh man, what about Jamaica? What else is down there? Where else could you go? Bruins fan Chris says, you boys got to do another Mexico trip. My wife and I will be in on that one for sure.
Maybe Herganan can co-captain us on a trip to Chile.
Oh, I don't want to go to another continent.
More seafood?
That probably scares me too much.
Okay.
I mean, one of my confessions was that I was extremely scared when we were flying to Mexico with all the stuff going on in Puerto Vallarta.
Yeah, you were on tilt.
Yeah,
I was loving it.
Well, this is the thing.
I told Jay Milne, I was kind of feeling. I knew it was on the other end of the country, but at the same time,
I didn't care.
And there were a few cars.
There were a couple cars.
Our bus driver coming in said there were a few cars, but
few cars lit on fire. No big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was telling Tam like 2 days before we left, I said, what if we get kidnapped while we're down there? I was talking about it on the show.
Yeah.
And then as we're about to leave the airport, it's like things are going crazy in Puerto Vallarta right now. I almost just left. I almost just left the airport. You guys went on the trip. I was this close to walking out of there. And then the panic from people texting me when we were landing, like, I hope you didn't go. I was like, oh, what's happening? And then I just decided to stay off social media from searching up drug cartel
Well, I was
stuff.
keeping you informed.
Anyway, if you have any suggestions.
Stu says Barbados.
I believe it's pronounced Barbados. I don't even know where that is.
Somewhere down there.
It's got to be somewhere south, right? Yeah. Anyway, if you've had a great trip down there somewhere, let us know. Give us some suggestions. We'd be open to something as well. Question number 2. Is Conor Murphy the biggest move the Oilers will make before the deadline? By the way, we need a third question. 780-218-9999.
No.
What?
Okay, well, I'm saying I think they'll make another move. You know what, though? There's different ways to approach this.
I was going to approach it a different way.
Yeah, in terms of need, it could be the big... Well...
What do you think, Trev? Is there a bigger move coming?
I don't think so. No, I don't. I think Murphy is the guy. The guy.
And
prove me wrong. I'd be very
But could you see another move, but this being the bigger one?
Yeah,
in that
that's
sense,
how I see it. Okay.
I could also see a move that people get more excited about.
Yes.
But not as important as this one.
Yeah, like this is
That's, I think, a good way of putting it.
Right.
maybe not the sexy one, but
If
this
this
is the one,
one works out,
Yeah.
and he helps the penalty kill, and
Yeah.
he makes one of Nurse or Wallman usable on a regular basis, then it's going to be tough to be more important than this. I also don't think they're going to be trading for another goalie. That would be something.
We just nip that in the butt right now. Hey, can we just kind of like
but it's going to be a talking point up until the deadline. If like national people are talking about it,
national people are talking about it, but I mean, they don't know the market.
I wonder how much more they could do. Like you can have these dreams about a third line center, $3.5 million or something, but they're gonna have to pay. The only way they make another move is they have to pay somebody to take Mangiapane.
Well, and that might be Trevor's big move.
Yeah.
Personally speaking, right? That might be the one that moves the needle most for you.
Yeah, free up some cap, be gone. Get out of here.
Get her, nerd.
Nice knowing you. Get out of here, nerd.
Be gone, nerd. Where's that one?
I don't have any time for you. What does he say?
They're worthless chime-ins.
Yeah. Go on.
Go.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go on.
Nice.
I wonder how much they would have to pay. Like, what's the cost to get rid of Mangiapane?
That's the thing. Like you're at that point, and I brought that up. Like on your, you posted something about it. Like who wants this? Like really? Like, who wants this? Like what GM?
Yeah, you can put like Mangiapane as of this morning. I think is number 11 or 12 on TSN's trade bait list.
Yeah, but like the scouting,
zero chance he's the 11th or 12th most sought after guy for the deadline.
No, like they've been trying. Like this isn't like right before the trade deadline. It's been several months now that it's been known this isn't a fit, and talks of sending him elsewhere is something that they wanted to do, both parties. So but I think it's pretty telling with him being sent or clearing waivers.
Yeah,
no one wants him.
Well, now because he cleared, you can
trade bait. What is that bait when you're fishing?
Yeah.
You're a fisherman.
Like you have to.
What
is that bait?
Like you have to give up a second to get rid of Mangiapane.
Yeah.
And then you trade your first for another piece.
Yeah.
Is that what happens before Friday?
But like
Mangiapane's moved with the second round pick, and then the 2027 first goes for a third line center. Is that the big thing that's going to happen before Friday?
Yeah, like the one player, Nicholas Waugh, that's starting to get some heat online. Like I wonder if there's interest there. Mangiapane, Trey Living obviously has history. He drafted Mangiapane. Is there? And that makes the most sense. Mangiapane, right? Now that I think about it, going to Toronto. He's from there. Nicholas Waugh in return. But again, like I'm not.
He does have 5 goals this year.
Does have 5 goals.
Fit right in the bottom 6.
Who's that? Waugh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
actually, I think Mangiapane has more goals.
Yeah. So there's that.
What do you think happens, everybody? 780-218-9999. 780-218-9999. Troll is wondering if Travis watched The Big Lebowski yet.
Or Arlington Road.
Still working on it, boys. Still
What?
working.
Come
sorry.
on,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Look, I can understand not doing the splits and letting us down. But watch Lebowski.
I know. I need to.
My goodness.
Procrastinating.
Killing me. Question number 3 just came in the Paris Jewelers inbox. From Pat in the county. What role would you guys have in the cartel?
Well, without knowing like official.
Like, what are the official roles in the cartel?
Like, I mean, there's the top guy.
I don't think we'd be top guy.
The capos or the kingpin I'm seeing here.
I don't think my resume would impress them much.
There are lieutenants, Luger Tenitants. I'm reading this in the Sicario, the hitman. Falcons.
Ooh. Is that what that movie's about, Sicario?
The Falcon would be interesting. Lowest rank, but you serve as the eyes and ears. It's like the scouts who go out there and monitor police. I mean, I'd be a hell of a Falcon.
A great Falcon.
A corrupt official or a fixer. So kind of like not within the team, but you're kind of working outside.
Oh, that's a good. Who's
secret
that? What's
agent.
that one called?
Just a corrupt official, a fixer.
Okay,
a fixer. That'd be fun.
That would be fun.
I'd be a secret agent.
So you'd be a fixer?
Yeah, I'd
a fixer
be a
guy.
fixer. Yeah. That would be me.
I want to run social media in their fantasy football leagues. You think a drug cartel has a fantasy football league?
This would be under logistics and specialized roles. So like money launderers, brokers, runner of a fantasy football league. I'm sure would be in there. Yeah, so
give me that role.
Logistics and special. Yeah, so you're not a drug lord. No, you're not at the top. You do.
I wouldn't. I don't even know if I'd run drugs. I think I just want to run the league.
You're smuggling tenders or something, hey? Like you get
I just
black marketed tenders.
I'm just there to do the league. That's it.
I think being a lieutenant would be the dumbest job because you're kind of that middleman. Like you're not the guy, but you have responsibility for running things.
Drug cartel people are humans just like us.
They
sure
have
desires just like us. They have competitive natures in fantasy sports just like us.
Yeah, they hold cities, neighborhoods together. A hitman would be fun. That's where all the movies are made out of. I mean, that's kind of the sexy role, right? You're involved in a lot of, it says here, protection rackets. You know, kidnapping and such.
Yeah.
But I'm leaving it here. I will be a Falcon. That'd be fun.
Just for a little bit.
Just be a Falcon?
Yeah, and you could they could even put one of those hats on me that cover my eyes.
So you're like basically
and I fly out there.
You're not a rat, but you're a snitch type of thing. You're an informant.
Not a spy. In a sense.
But who are you spying on? Other cartels or the police?
The police, policia, militaria, and rival movements. It says here.
Huh.
You see a falcon out there? I actually saw there was a couple of those flying around.
Oh,
I saw the pelicans and
pelicans. They fly low to the ground.
Speaking of which, I don't know what you were more scared of: the cartels, or the birds at the pool.
Well, and there's also that bearded dragon that was lurking around.
Yeah, right.
That creeped me out a little bit too. The lizards.
I was gonna ask,
So there's a beach bar.
Yeah.
And kind of warm wood, and I think the lizards were liking it. Because the one day I got up, there was 3 of them on there, 3 different sizes.
Well, I saw one on a bar stool. I went to grab it, and it went underneath the bar. I think they probably live underneath the bar because all the food and
like right underneath there.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, if I was a lizard, that'd be an okay place to be.
Best place to be.
Best.
Yeah, because you can go up and lay on the wood, but then there's also food falling. I don't know, would a lizard eat a leftover
one-stop shop
quesadilla or something?
Yeah, for sure.
Garbage pails.
Huh. Anyway, if this sounds great, you should come to our next trip with us. It's a good time. Baggio says, Dusty would be a perfect ringleader, totally unsuspecting. Hides his cartel under the guise of fantasy league. Jason LeDuc says, I'd be the guy that gets referees to shave points in that joke league, NBA. See, the cartel guys don't need to shave off points in the NBA. They shave off points in their own sketchy sports leagues down in Mexico. Mind you, Mexico had 2 great things on TV when we were down there for sports. Mexican Arena Soccer League.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of slap fighting on TV down there.
Love the slap fight.
Now it's Dana White's slap fight league. It's not like it's a Mexican rogue league, but they have that on a lot down there. Yeah. And then what was the other show I was waiting for? I was excited all week about Nate Bargatze's The Most Average American or something like that.
You were
the greatest average American.
It's probably one of the highlights of the trip for you.
I really liked it. I liked it. I thought
he gave away the licorice after the show.
Yeah. It was a good show. It was on ABC.
Yeah,
it was like one
average.
of the few channels that we had down there. Anyway, yeah. But no, Eric and I would not have a role in drug cartel because they are scary and do bad things.
Roldy says, get a grip when talking about the cartels.
Yeah, well, I mean, we were joking, man.
Yeah.
Calm down. We're never going to be part of a cartel. And for the most part, they scared me so much I didn't even leave the resort. Wyshynski says he's trying to connect. He's just getting a spinny circle.
Yeah, I just sent it to him. My bad. We had to make a new link.
Makes sense. All right, so Greg Wyshynski's on the way. Did the Oilers fleece the Hawks for Conor Murphy as a UFA? We'll get into that. If you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or over on YouTube, sports update coming your way. If you're listening on 95.7, couple minutes of commercials, quick traffic update with Pauline Higgins, then you're right back with us. Here's the update with LT.
Conor Murphy acquired by the Oilers yesterday from the Blackhawks in exchange for a second rounder in 28, and Chicago retaining 50% of Murphy's $4.4 million salary. Oilers also recalling forwards Josh Szymanski and Isaac Howard from Bakersfield. Trade deadline falling on Friday. It'll be the Oilers at home to the Senators tonight, one of 11 games in the NHL. Tom Gazzola gets you set. He'll have your GCL Diesel pre- and post-game shows here on EST. Coverage gets underway at 6 o'clock. Action from last night, Detroit doubling up Nashville 4-2. Columbus blowing a 4-goal lead in the third. They would come back to defeat the Rangers 5-4 in overtime. Toronto continue to fade. The Leafs suffer their fourth straight loss, dropping a shootout decision to the Flyers 3-2. Stars have now won 9 straight as they breeze past the Canucks 6-1. Seattle defeating Carolina 2-1. Kane's point streak snapped at 12. And the Kings' struggles continue. They are now 1-5-1 in their past 7, following a 4-2 loss to the Colorado Avalanche. Over to the Briar from Newfoundland. The Cooey Alberta rink entering play this morning at 3-0. They're taking on the Northwest Territories this morning. Cooey also in action later tonight against Manitoba's Matt Dunstone. That gets underway 4 o'clock. Raptors back in action tonight. They're at home to the Knicks in one of 10 games in the association. ESPN's Greg Wyshynski joins the show next as Hour 3 continues here on Edmonton Sports Talk.
What say you? Hey, nasty crew. We got the Nielson Show flu, and there's nothing we can do about it. What say you? Hey, nasty crew. My wife thinks I got better things to do, but there's nothing I can do about it. We're tuning in on TuneIn, we're listening online. We catch up with the podcast when we fall behind. We're texting in the nasty chat, what's on our mind? 780-218-9999. No more interference from corporate interest. Just Dusty and Eric and all of the bad cats. Like Wyshynski and Noodles, Gadget and Gage it. Go to Play Alberta to make a little wager. We can't wait for the Monday Mandate. Sharky's always on time, Tommy's always late.
Would you like a cup of tea?
Forget about the old place. Hey, we were number 1 in the text race. We don't miss all the commercial breaks, but we sure miss Nickelback today. We wanna hear some hot takes and we wanna hear Renee. Why not hold the neck up when I wanna kiss away? Beat up the tire fire and remember that name. We love every goal song, but what about what's his name? Macramella, Rapaport, Drager, Engineer. It ain't Christmas season, but they sound like reindeer. Button and my cousin in the tales of the north. I'll put a game in person. Does he go on? What say you? AM Nasty Crew. We got the Nielson Show flu, and there's nothing we can do about it.
8:35.
And there's nothing we can do about it.
It is the Nielson Show. Thank you very much for being here. We're coming at you from the Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen Studio today. If you are looking for lunch plans today, 3-piece bone-in chicken, marinated for 12 hours, hand-battered, absolutely delicious, 3-piece for just $8. It'll definitely fill you up. The 8 o'clock hour of the show brought to you by GD Liquidators, Auctions, and Appraisals. They're Canadian-owned and operated. Make them your first call, 780-447-2787, or visit them at 14510 124th Ave. We're going to head back to the Firehouse Subs hotline with 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area. It's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, and made to satisfy. And Greg Wyshynski joins us on the Tuesday of trade deadline week. Greg, are you excited for this or what?
I'm excited I got name checked in the song you just played, but then I realized like everything and everyone got name checked in the song you just played. It's like if Wheel of Fortune got excited about being in We Didn't Start the Fire. It's just like I'm just one of many. But I was happy to be in there, and it's tough to rhyme Wyshynski. Am I excited for trade deadline week? Let me put it this way. I had a general manager tell me last night that he did expect there to be a lot of activity. Problem being is that most of the activity is going to be for guys that make about 1.5 million or less. Like it's going to be a lot of singles, maybe like errors by the shortstop trying to catch a pop fly. Not a lot of doubles, not a lot of home runs. But we can hope. But, the sense I do get from everybody is that although it's dead right now, outside of the Conor Murphy trade, they do expect there to be a lot of activity before Friday's deadline.
Sticking with the baseball comparisons, was it a double for the Oilers with Conor Murphy, or a single, or how would you describe it?
Walk-off Grand Slam World Series, baby. It's the Freddie Freeman of trades. No, it's a good trade. Like it solidifies the right side of their defense in a way that it needed to be solidified. I mean, I thought they came into this deadline with two basic needs, and one of them definitely was to satisfy the blue line, which I think Murphy does. By the way, I looked it up. I thought maybe there was a chance the lead character in RoboCop was named Conor Murphy, but I've come to find out, boys, it's only Murphy. So we could kind of fantasy cast that Peter Weller's character was Conor Murphy, but in the movie RoboCop, he's just Murphy.
It's just Murphy.
Just Murphy, yeah. Or Murph to his friends. And then I thought the other need was probably to grab a third line center at some point, which, if there was a position that I think has some considerable depth at the trade deadline, it's probably the center spot, although some of the best available options are probably out of the Oilers' price range. On the ESPN.com today, I fantasy casted a Bobrovsky trade. I thought that'd be a lot of fun. If you can't beat him, trade for him. But I don't think it works. I don't think it works financially, and I also think that Stan Bowman probably feels like he's satisfied the need for a goaltender, even though I don't think he has.
Well, I'm going to say I'm not sure he feels that way, Craig. I was watching TSN last night, and one of the questions was, do the Oilers need to trade for another goalie? And I was like, oh man, that's tough when you pulled the trigger on a goalie trade a month and a half ago.
But Dusty, that's like TSN saying that. I mean, if Stan made his goalie move, like if he was to make another goalie move, that would be a tacit admission of failure, I think, on his part. And I don't think that he's the kind of gentleman that wants to admit that, especially when he's probably walking on pins, needles, and eggshells trying to get a roster around Connor McDavid in the next 3 seasons that can win a cup.
So do you think that if they're going to do something else, they got to find a taker for Mangiapane? Like, do you think somebody's there and says, hey, we'll take him, but this is the pick you're going to have to give us to do it? Is that what ends up happening for the Oilers here?
I mean, I think so in theory, but again, we've got to think about how the landscape's changed here in the league. The number of teams that are safe havens for, I'm going to trade you my problematic contract and give you a pick for it, has decreased. Now, there are some teams that have always been kind of aggressive to that end. Like Carolina was a team they've offloaded the Patrick Marleau problem to Carolina, and Carolina is not like one of the dregs of the league. But there's not a lot of teams anymore that are the vintage Arizona Coyotes where you just dump contracts on those teams and make your problems go away. I think there are teams that are a lot more careful about their caps and aren't necessarily in the business of making that kind of trade anymore. That being said, yeah, they got to get that money off their cap. That's pretty paramount right now. And they're probably not the only team that's dealing with a contract of that ilk.
You mentioned yesterday, Greg, that you spoke with a source, and it was regarding the Utah Mammoth, who are currently right next to the Oilers in terms of wild card positioning, 1-2, both even on 66 points. Mm-hmm. And the quote was, they're going to be very active. They've got their hands in a million different pies right now. And you correctly said that is a lot of pies. Do you kind of agree with that? I mean, obviously you spoke with the source, but is it who in the West or namely in the Pacific, I guess, do you see making the most moves or being the most active?
I couldn't even name 100 pies.
I know.
A million.
Yeah.
We included pizza. I might have a shot, but if we're just going like
cream pies,
pecan and pumpkin, we're going to run out of pies. So here's the situation with Utah. I get the sense that their owner, Ryan Smith, is always pushing for them to do big things, improve the team in dramatic ways. But he's also a pragmatist. He's also someone who's not going to be like, trade all your prospects for this guy because I want a shiny new toy. And so Utah is in a very unique situation where if you go back, I referenced the Coyotes and picks. If you go back to the Coyotes days, like they've amassed an incredible amount of prospects, both on their NHL roster, in the AHL and Canadian Junior, and they're all pretty good. And so they've reached a point, I think, in their maturation as a contender where they've got a lot of good young players in the roster. They've got some decent veterans like Sergachev and Peterka, who came over in the summer. Like they've got a good team. But if they wanted to, they could kind of make that next leap by putting some of these prospects into a trade for, and the name that's been out there is Robert Thomas, who obviously was drafted by their GM, Bill Armstrong, when he was with the St. Louis Blues. So I don't know if it's going to be incremental increases to try to make sure that they do make the playoffs, or if they're going to take a big swing. But everyone I've talked to just believes that Utah is going to be one of the teams to really watch before Friday.
What about on the other side of things, selling St. Louis, the team that, I mean, there's a lot of guys that have been mentioned there. See how many they're willing to move off if they can get the price that they're looking for. But is that the team that most people will be calling?
I think so, but again, that becomes an issue of trade protection in some situations. And also, like, I think it's overstated how much they're motivated to trade a Robert Thomas. Like, I think they'll be patient with him in particular, where if they did want to move him and really expedite a retool, it might happen in the offseason. They've tried to trade Kyrou, and to no success quite yet. I think the guy that I'm pretty sure is going to move is Justin Falk. I would look at Boston as a possibility. I would look at Detroit as a possibility. I think Dallas is a possibility for him as well. And then there's the Binnington question. Like, that's a guy that I think is clearly the top of the class as far as goaltenders who could be available. Assuming Bobrovsky's not going to move. And so does he want to move? Do they want to move him? If you're going into a retool, do you really need a goalie like Binnington? All these questions need to be satisfied in pretty short order. And there's obviously some teams, I think Montreal would be one extremely important one to watch that might be in the market for Jordan Binnington.
Ottawa Senators are in town here tonight. It's the second game of a 5-game road trip for them. They're sort of just lurking outside of the playoffs in the East. Do you think they try to flip a switch and acquire a guy or two, or do they go the other way? What do you suggest the Sens do?
They're not going to sell at all. If you look at the standings and you look where Ottawa is, and then you look to your right, you're going to see something very interesting. It's the color green. And the green indicates that they have a positive goal differential, which is very different than all of the other teams that are currently outside the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. I talked to an Eastern Conference team executive yesterday. I sound like Drager. Like, I'm just like talking to all these people and they're giving me information. I spoke to one team executive in the East, and they said, look, when it comes to teams you might not want to face in the first round of the playoffs, Ottawa is top of the list. Like, their underlying numbers, their analytics are really good. It's just a matter of them pounding down the door and finding a way to get in. So I the first part of your question is where I'm going with it, which is I think they're going to add. I think they're a team that could be looking to add at the deadline. They're certainly not going to sell because what they're doing is working, and they just need better goaltending to kind of support it.
All right, before I let you go, people want to know about the Elimination Chamber.
Seth freaking Rollins.
They want your take on the Elimination Chamber, Greg.
First off, all-time botch by LA Knight, falling off the top rope. And I say that because there's a clip where you can see Randy Orton on the mat laughing as he rolls over, which is amazing. Look, it was a pretty obvious thing that Rollins was going to come back, and I assumed that it was going to be in some, masked man type situation. But I think what we're all trying to figure out is, what the ultimate match is going to be at Mania for this belt, and I have a feeling if we're going to go one-on-one in the other one, we're probably going to have a triple threat of some sort in this one, and we'll go from there. I wasn't crazy about the match itself, to be honest with you. I thought it was kind of a bummer, but that's just sort of where they are right now in some of these combinations of guys.
All right, how busy are you on deadline day? What's the plan?
I'll be up in Bristol at ESPN HQ. I don't know if I have a face pretty enough for television, so I might be doing some like other video stuff and a lot of radio stuff, but also, calling around, trying to break what I can, but mostly doing the snarky expert analysis on winners, losers, and trade grades that everyone has come to expect from me and from ESPN.com.
Perfect, man. We appreciate the time. We'll chat next week.
Anytime.
There you go. That is Greg Wyshynski joining us on our Firehouse Subs hotline. Remember, when the Oilers win 2 in a row, you can get the medium brisket hat trick sub for just $8.99. It's a Firehouse hot streak. Let's see if they can put together a couple in a row here over the next little while, which they need right now. As of this morning, the Edmonton Oilers are the second wild card spot and would play Colorado in the first round of the playoffs.
Senators tonight, obviously. Hurricanes in town Friday night, and Sunday night in Vegas, Tuesday night in Colorado, Thursday night in Dallas.
Oh, they got to get this figured out here.
Well,
like that's a tough stretch.
It's a bit of a buzzsaw here. And including the Senators, as Greg pointed out, and you did earlier in the show too. I mean, they are on the cusp. They do have the positive goal differential. There are good things going. So it's not an easy out tonight, maybe comparative to the other 4 teams I rattled off there. But yeah, this is a big 5 games.
Like the odds makers, regardless of the sport, usually are pretty good on things, especially like in football and stuff. You're always like, how did this game end up being exactly what they said? The Oilers are just kind of a slight favorite tonight at home. Minus 128 against the Ottawa Senators. Sens are just plus 109 dogs. So the odds makers are telling us that this should be a pretty tight hockey game tonight between these two teams. We do have our Play Alberta Nielsen Show early bird bet up. If you want to grab that, go to playalberta.ca, click on EST specials. Oilers to win, McDavid 2 points, Bouche point, plus 240. Let's get into your GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast. Have we heard anything on Murphy being available for tonight? I don't think that's not out there yet, is it?
I've been following hashtag Murphy Jet all morning, but nothing new.
Nothing new on that one. Kate sends the PJ to go pick him up. We'll give you what they had yesterday at practice, and then we'll kind of discuss that. It's your GCL Diesel Orange and Blue Breakfast. It's brought to you by GCL Diesel. Providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors. They are the critical engine component experts, proud to serve Edmonton and the Northern Alberta area for over 50 years. So it's the Oilers and the Sens tonight. You heard Greg, like Eric mentioned, talking about Ottawa and a positive goal differential. Some of their underlying numbers suggest that they should probably be a playoff team in the East. And they'll continue to try to push hard to sneak in.
They got a .559 points percentage, which would put them 3rd in the Pacific.
Yeah, so they've been a better hockey team this year than the Edmonton Oilers. Ottawa's they've got points in 7 of their last 8. Mm-hmm. So this is going back to January 25th. Here's the last 8 games for the Ottawa Senators. They beat Vegas 7-1. They beat Colorado 5-2. They beat New Jersey 4-1. They beat Pittsburgh 3-2. They lost to Carolina 4-3. It's their only regulation loss in their last 8 games. Then they beat Philly 2-1 in overtime, lost to Detroit 2-1 in overtime, kicked off this 5-game road trip with a 5-2 win in Toronto.
Saturday.
To get it going. That was on Saturday, so a couple days, flew out, and then, this is a rather formidable foe for an Oilers team that has lost 5 of their last 6. Their 1 win, an 8-1 victory over the Los Angeles Kings. But if you look at the Oilers' last 6 games going back to January 31st, 7-3 loss to Minnesota, 5-2 loss to Toronto, 4-3 loss in Calgary, 6-5 to the Ducks, beat the Kings 8-1, and then lost to San Jose 5-4. So they smoked the Kings.
Which they were in a smokable position.
Yeah.
A win is a win, I get it. But
outside of that, they've allowed 7, 5, 4, 6, and 5 goals in 5 of their last 6 games. So not ideal, which when you break down all these numbers, it shows you why Ottawa is just a slight underdog going into this game today. The Oilers yesterday, McDavid with Hyman and Nuge, Draisaitl back between Kapanen and Podkolzin, Roslovic with Savoy and Frederick, and then Henrique and Lazar as the 10th and 11th forwards. Szymanski should be good to go. He'll slot in there somewhere. And then yesterday at practice, it was Wallman with Bouche, Ekholm with Stastny, and Nurse with Emerson. Which, if you were to just look at that and say, okay, well, Stastny on the right side is a placeholder for Murphy, and would they put Murphy with Matthias Ekholm and have like a legitimate attempt at a shutdown pair, and then go Bouchard with Wallman and Nurse with Emerson? Could that be something that you would look at? As for the Ottawa Senators, here's what we last saw against Toronto. Stützle with Giroux and Batherson. Cousins with Tkachuk and Ridley Gregg. Pinto with Amadio and Cousins. Eller with Zetterlund and Halliday. And on the back end, very strong on the left side. Not so much on the right side. I think that might be an area if Ottawa's thinking about maybe making a push. Could they be in the mix for one of these right shot D-men that are available? Sanderson with Zub. Chabot with Jensen. Clevin and Spence. As for list of guys who weren't tough enough to play tonight, what do you got, Rick?
For the visiting Ottawa Senators, David Perron. And for the Edmonton Oilers, Matthias Janmark.
Matthias Janmark done for the season.
I should mention as well, Howard, I had my sports update, but Howard down, obviously, with the Conor Murphy deal yesterday as well.
That's all the paper transactions that had to be made. All right, what is your key to a victory tonight?
Well, a couple keys, and I think we kind of touched on it earlier in this segment, being that the Ottawa Senators are, not an easy out. I just didn't want to include them with the Hurricanes, the Stars, the goal, and of all the rest. So, +9 goal differential. They are positive as well on the road this season. Their penalty kill is not that great, though. Third last, I believe, in net penalty kill percentage. That might be an area of exploitation if the Oilers can take advantage of that. And also just looking at some of their players as of late, Dylan Cousins has been hot. 6 goals, 9 points in his past 10. So maybe taking advantage of some special teams tonight. But I think the big one is, and you mentioned the goals against in the last little while. I mean, tightening up defensively will sure go a long way. Scoring goals isn't a problem. It's the other way.
You can't keep them up.
So you can't keep them up. So something's going to have to happen there. Tighten up defensively, you should win this game.
Game day prediction. I got Connor McDavid in that parlay over 2 point, over 1.5 points, and a boost point in there. I am going to say Zach Hyman goal tonight. Let's go with that. That'll be my game day prediction. Zach Hyman bangs one in for the Edmonton Oilers tonight against the Ottawa Senators. That's your GCL Diesel Orange and Blue breakfast, trying to get you ready for the Oilers and the Sens. Obviously, with the Murphy trade, Oilers line up a little bit in flux, and we'll see what ends up happening there. Andrew texted the show for the first time ever. Likely a 95.7 Cruise FM listener. Thank you very much for being there. Hey, boys, does a trade with Nashville for Eric Holla and McCarron not solve a lot of issues with not a super high price tag? Look, I mean, if you could bring in McCarron and Holla, I'm all for it, Andrew.
Did he show the work?
But I need to see the work.
We got to see the work.
How does it work financially?
Show us your homework.
And what is a super high price tag? Because I'm not sure, but I need that homework, Andrew. I need it. This is what happens. Is this your homework, Andrew? Is this your homework, Andrew? This is what happens, Andrew, when you find a stranger in the Alps. This is what happens when you find Eric Holla in the Alps. I need your homework, Andrew. Trev, you don't get that reference because you haven't watched Big Lebowski yet.
Damn.
But both watch the edited and unedited. They're
you got to watch the TV version.
Yeah.
It is very funny. Is this your homework, Larry? All right, so let's get into the wrap for William Huff. If you want your place to look as good as ours, get it done with Bruce and the team over. That's what we need. We need Bruce's family on a vacation with us. Can you imagine that?
Yep.
We had Jerry Haraxi from the Spirit of Edmonton with us, and he was a beauty. Everywhere we went, there was like 20 of us already sitting around that Jerry would walk in or just walk by, and we started Jerry chant every single time, no matter where it was.
Jerry.
And Jerry's always like, stop it. And then we wouldn't stop until he sort of gave a wave, and then that was it.
Well, his big trip, he turned 15 on the trip as well.
Yeah, he did. He had he's a leap year baby. So he celebrated on February 28th. We had a good time. And he's the host of hosts.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Like he had a cabana one day, and it was just, it was.
No offense to the people who had cabanas, but.
No, but nobody does better than Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry did it great.
So you get Bruce Simpson. We could wrap the plane. Think about that. Like we could have
the wrap plane, EST, and William Huff logos. Be nice. Anyway, WilliamHuff.com. What did we learn on the show today, boys?
Well, we learned that YouTube Trev is giving up chewing his fingernails for the foreseeable future. I don't know if it's just a Lent thing or it could be forever. Who knows?
It's forever.
I full belief in you that it will be forever, but we'll see.
I got to see
you might have a relapse.
Forever.
You know?
I am ready.
Let's get through a playoff series.
See, that's the test. I need to figure out what am I going to do?
You will be
instead?
tested. Yeah,
I will be. Maybe just pick it.
Put little thimbles on your fingers so you can't bite them
something like that.
Other than that, Craig Button probably likes the Conor Murphy trade more than anybody I've seen so far.
Yeah, he was hot on it.
He really likes it. Yeah, he was all horny about it.
He really likes it.
Really likes it. Do you like it, Craig? Or do you love it? I like you. What did Tommy say over in the chat here, too?
Tommy's in the chat?
Yeah, Tommy was in the chat.
Road game?
Says, quick thing on Maj Japani this morning for Bakersfield. Expected that he plays minimal minutes. Told him might just be one shift and done. So get down there and play, and then that's it. And see how much they have to give up to get rid of him.
Take a lap.
Think about this, guys. Why would a team help the Oilers? Like, if the Oilers can't move Mangiapane, they're pretty much handcuffed.
Yeah.
If you're a team, why would you help?
We can wait.
Yeah.
I think the silence in this room can be the answer.
Here's the thing. The only reason you help them is if it's an insane overpay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and which
If
way
not,
the Oilers,
just let the
then
Oilers
the
sit there
Oilers
and be
are
like,
getting
"Oh."
helped in a sense. Like
That's why I think
Yeah.
that what they're going to have to give up to move Mangiapane might be more than we expect, or more than we hope. Let's say.
Yeah. That's spot on. And you have to be, I'd imagine, one of the league's bottom feeders.
Likely.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to your sound of the day. Third day of Charge. Charlie, the chin strap penguin, making his Charge debut.
Some pin strap. Some pin strap. Some pin strap. Awareness month is upon it. Charge. Charlie the penguin. Chin strap penguin. Charlie the penguin. Chin strap penguin. Charlie the penguin. Chin strap penguin. I remember my first toy penguin. Hello. Oh, her name is Hello. Oh, her name is Charlie the chin strap penguin. Just because I'm a chin strap penguin means Charlie. Chin strap is an aphrodisiac. The chin strap is an aphrodisiac. Confirm.
Everything about it is perfect.
There's good chinny and there's bad chinny. Yeah. I'm sure Ryan Rashad probably shaving in the hot tub as we speak. There you go. Beautiful. Charlie the penguin. Chin strap penguin. Charlie the penguin. Chin strap penguin. Charlie the penguin. Chin strap penguin. Sketchy animal mascot. Charlie the chin strap penguin. That's Charge mascot. I love that penguin. The animal world. Happy Charge, everyone. Help us end the stigma. Hey now, grow a chin strap.
Charlie the penguin.
Charlie the penguin.
Chin strap penguin. That's your sound of the day today. Let's get to your Royal Pizza text of the day.
Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Now, for a limited time only, Royal Pizza's debuted the Spicy Vegetarian. It's loaded with mushrooms, green peppers, red onions, green olives, jalapenos, then drizzled with mango habanero sauce. Perfectly fresh, bright, flavorful, just in time for spring.
A good detoxer, if you will, from the Mexican trip.
It would
You're
be.
still on a bit of
Mixing
spice,
some
but
of
you
that
get a
stuff, yeah.
nice vegetable.
Look at this text that came in. It's not going to be text of the day. It says, we're going to give you guys a thumbs up on YouTube, but a grown man with a hat on backwards? Sorry, no way. I can wear whatever I want to wear.
Yeah.
Right?
You
Don't judge my hat placement.
Start wearing it sideways.
I like it. I think sometimes it's more comfortable this way. You don't got the brim squeezing down around the glasses. You know what I mean?
Sure. I like how you activate, though. Like, I know when the hat goes up.
Yeah, when
like,
it's
now
go
you're-
time, it's
Oh, you-
like, yeah, that's true. All right, so let's get to your text of the day today. Vance Van Vanderven?
I think so.
I think it's probably Vance Van
stuck
Vanderven.
out for me. There was a lot of good text today, but
There was. It was an overwhelming inbox today for sure.
yeah.
Vance Vanderven also had a good question. Send that back in for 3 questions tomorrow. When people tell Bowman, at least he's not as bad as Chiarelli, nonsense. I've not yet begun to defile myself, which is a classic Doc Holliday line on a Tombstone Tuesday. Works out very
well. Job.
All right, we got the Hangout coming up on iHeart and TuneIn and over on YouTube. Turn on autoplay on YouTube. That'll take you right on over. If you're listening on 95.7, you want more fun, entertaining sports talk, we've got you covered all day long, static free, all the way up until puck drop tonight. We'll have you ready. And then post game, obviously, to follow of the Oilers and the Sens changing 300. That's nice.
yeah.
That's a nice bounce back. I like that. We're going to get you back to classic rock on 95.7. Big Wreck. The Oaf is coming up next. Hangouts on the way. I'll talk with you Lock Shop at 11 o'clock. For YouTube, Trevin is ever-growing fingernails.
Keep them going.
And
Don't cut them.
Lieutenant Eric, who's now a Raven. Was it a Raven?
Falcon.
A Falcon
Yeah.
in the cartel.
Yeah. I'll be at the mall later today.
Dustin Nielsen, take it easy.